This is a special presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports on Southern New Mexico's sports leader, ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Oh, we're back home right here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Hope everybody's having a fine Friday night. I think the weather is going to help go okay for tonight. I'm sure I've probably just jinxed it, but it's a little cloudy. It's definitely humid. And we'll just hope that we don't get any more pop-up thunderstorms like we had a little bit earlier this evening. Both teams are on the field here at Tiger Stadium. It is the Alamogordo Tigers and the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. I'm Charles Winicky. Thanks for tuning in here on ESPN Alamogordo. Also, if you're joining us online at youtube.com/ESPN Alamogordo, reminder you can listen to all your Tiger sports games, and you can find Athlete of the Week interviews and so much more over there on youtube.com/ESPN Alamogordo. But most importantly, we're happy to be back on the air here on ESPN. We thank you for your patience. The community in general was just so understanding, and something that was out of our control due to a lightning strike a couple months ago. So we've been on the air for about a week. We're thankful that lightning didn't didn't get us again today, because there was a heck of a lot of lightning around 3:30 this afternoon. So as for tonight's football game, a couple undefeated teams. Tigers are 1-0. The Desert Warriors are 2-0. Alamogordo with the win over Ruidoso last week, 34-6. Of course, they got through a quarter against Valencia in the opening week of the season. We're up 8-0, but unfortunately didn't get to finish that game. Meanwhile, the Desert Warriors are 2-0. They're coming off a 10-0 win over Gadsden last week. Haven't been really lighting the world on fire offensively, but hey, they haven't allowed a point yet this year, and they've done what they've needed to do to win football games. I think the thing we'll watch for tonight is, does the Desert Warriors offense get going tonight? Can the Tigers do things against this Santa Teresa defense? And where do these two teams match up this year? I think that's an interesting, intriguing question too, because Desert Warriors the last few seasons have been the better team. Alamogordo has clearly shown improvement. Is this another team that they can kind of check off that list of squads that they weren't able to get past the last few seasons? It'll be fun to watch. So the Tigers are over here to our right. We are looking east towards the Sacramento Mountains. Desert Warriors are to our left. Both teams looking sharp tonight. Tigers are in their all blacks tonight, so no white pants tonight. Black pants, black tops. Love those logos in the helmet. They really have got a nice, sparkle would be the right word to them, but they really show up from up here in the press box. The Desert Warriors got their road white jerseys with black sleeves, teal numerals, black helmets, and the teal logo on their helmet as well. So we're looking forward to some football tonight. One team's going to remain undefeated after this evening, and another team's going to pick up their first loss here early on in the 2019 season. We've got Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko, his interview coming up for you here in just a little while. We want to hear from our sponsors, though. We appreciate them bringing you Tiger football, and let's check them out. We'll also preview tonight's game more in depth, as we'll take a look at the Desert Warriors and, of course, how the Tigers did last week against Ruidoso. So stick around. It's Tiger football pregame on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7 and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Wow. Look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
Which gotta go.
you can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach AJ Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Friday nights, overcast, lights are on. We're about ready to go. Tigers in a huddle over to our right. Desert Warriors continue their warm-ups to our left. And we hope will be a fun, exciting matchup. If you're in the Alamogordo area, come on down and check out tonight's game. But we had a big crowd last week. We'd love to see the stands get filled up similar to what they were in these stands last Friday. It was a great crowd last Friday night. But we're still a little ways away from kickoff. We got about 20 minutes. But we encourage everybody to come on by and check out tonight's matchup. We've got the Alamogordo Junior ROTC. I'm sure we'll see the Alamogordo High School Choir here before too long to sing the national anthem. The Tiger Band is in the house. Everything you'd expect for a Friday night football game. Let's hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach AJ Sisko. We're going to play the whole interview for you. That's why we take a little bit longer pregame than what we've done traditionally. Get you guys a chance to hear everything he had to say about last week's game and this week's matchup against the Desert Warriors. And here is Alamogordo Tigers head football coach AJ Sisko.
Hey, you guys got in a full game, and the guys really in the second half played exceptionally well.
We did, and we talked about it. We weren't happy at halftime, and I pulled those kids together on the field and told them how displeased I was with our lack of composure in the first half. That was our big deal, just lack of composure, getting in the moment, and it almost looked like a panic mode again, where we looked like a bunch of sophomores, and we kind of brought them back down to reality, and played really well in the second half, made some adjustments, and then it just turned into us physically being able to dominate up front and run. I think we ran 2 or 3 plays in the second half and just control the game from there on out.
Yeah, I thought there were, obviously a couple things that really, turned the game, and one of the big ones, obviously, was them being able to get away from whatever the chippiness was or whatever was going on. It certainly seemed like there was probably a lot of talking going back and forth between the two teams, and, you can have that little extra and that little, that drive or that edge to it, but when you start committing penalties, that's a different story.
Yeah, we talked to our kids about having some swagger and having some confidence, and it's a group of kids that hasn't had a lot to be confident about in a while. And we talked to them, you got to play like that. And everything we do, we got to carry ourselves with a little bit of swagger about us. But when it starts to affect how we're playing on a Friday night, then we have an issue with it. And so we toned them down. And they just got refocused and started doing what we planned to do all week. And you saw how when we executed it, it was an okay game plan and had success. But we had some dumb things that happened in the first half, shoot ourselves in the foot and kill drives and let them continue drives, and it was just a rough first half and a whole lot of frustration. But our kids did a great job of rallying back in the second half and just playing the kind of football that we want to play.
And it was a 28-point game, but certainly there were a lot of turning points. I think, that was clearly part of it, but, there were a couple of plays, obviously, that didn't go their way that could have made it more interesting, or you guys stepped up and made a big play. And, to me, that's the difference between, the football team that we see in the last 2 years and the football team we've seen so far this season is guys being able to, to make plays and maybe avoid the mistake or two.
Yeah, we talk to our kids the most important plays the next play, and so there's going to be good things happen and bad things happen throughout the course of a game, and we got to be able to bounce back and continue to play no matter if it was good or bad, and our kids did a good job of that in the second half. We did not in the first half. We let things kind of snowball into effect, and especially offensively, I thought defensively we played okay in the first half. It wasn't great. We gave a touchdown that probably shouldn't have given up, but offensively we had some chances, and we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot, doing idiotic things basically, whether it was controlling our emotions or getting a dumb penalty up front. But we bounced back. We had some things go our way, and they, fortunately for us, had some things that didn't go their way and dropped a couple of balls when we blew some coverages. But our kids never panicked. They never hit the panic mode button in that second half, and it showed at the end of the game.
Yeah, and the adjustments, I thought, defensively the adjustments, there were a couple times that players got behind you guys in the secondary. I didn't really think I saw that much in the second half, and they were still trying to chuck the ball down the field, and you guys were doing a better job of not letting those plays happen in the second half.
Yeah, and that's a credit to our defensive kids and our staff, but we didn't really change a whole lot in the secondary. Yeah. In that second half, it's just our kids had to get refocused and play and understand the mistakes they have, and that's a big thing that we have now is we have the technology to show them actual footage as it goes on of what they're doing wrong and where their eyes are and how their eyes are on the wrong key or whatever it is. But our kids bounced back, staff did a good job, and we were happy. There was a big crowd out there. It was a fun atmosphere. We got to play 4 quarters.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 quarters in the book so far this year. Yay us. But yeah, and we had to readjust our kids, and they came back in Saturday morning. We lifted, we ran, we stretched, and we did a film session and got back to the grind and get ready for San Antonio on Monday.
And also, obviously you have to look at the offense, and the big thing is the line, and also the way that Sean Hayes ran the football. You guys did a lot of things I know you've been wanting to do the last couple of seasons to play power football, and you really got to do that on Friday.
We did, and that's where we kind of took over in the second half, is just controlling the game. And eventually he's going to pop one, and he popped a couple of big ones. But he had a heck of a night, rushed for 200-some yards. But the credit goes to those 6-7 dudes, and we got into a lot of 2 tight sets, just kind of balance them up. Those 7 dudes up front did a great job of creating space and letting him be an athlete and make plays.
Yeah, it was very impressive. So we'll obviously go into this week and see Santa Teresa, who they're a little bit down from last year. They had a great season last year, but obviously don't have maybe the same personnel in some spots that they did, but still a team that is going to give you guys a real good challenge on Friday night.
Yeah, they are. They're 2-0. They're well coached. That Coach Vieira's done a great job in that program over the last 12 years he's been there of establishing. That's a tough place to win football games at and to build a football program at in a culture down there, and he's done a great job, and they've had a lot of success the last couple of years. And unfortunately, they graduated about 10 seniors last year up front offensively, and so they're struggling a little bit, but they still show signs of brilliance, and they're doing some new wrinkles and stuff to try to let their kids make plays, and that's credit to their coaching staff and that program they built. Defensively, they're pretty dang good. They got some kids coming back. They got a linebacker, number 22, Sam Flores, who might be one of the better ones we see the entire year. He's a player.
And, for you guys, offensively, I know that you'd like to be able to run the football and keep doing the same thing that you do. Are you guys wanting to see a little bit more from your passing game? Because you haven't had – I know you had the long touchdown play and the long pass play in the first game, but, we haven't really seen a whole lot of the pass offense.
Yeah, we've got to continue to get better at that, and we got to be able to stretch defenses vertically and horizontally. And we've got to do that up front with our quarterback and our skill kids. And we got in this situation last week where we just wanted to turn it into a fist fight and show that we're the more physical team. And so we didn't want to chunk it a lot in the second half and just run the football and kind of set the tone. And that was more of setting the tone, not just to win that game, but the tone for the rest of the year of what we're going to do physically is try to line up and get after people and that we can. But we definitely got to get better in the pass game. We had some dumb things that we did, not hitting the receiver on time, not reading the right route through our progression. And those things that we take our quarterback in and our receivers and go over, and we do that daily on film.
Defensively, you said that there really weren't much adjustments. It was just doing the right things on defense for the kids. So far, are you liking everything that you see, or are there bits and pieces that you guys feel like you really need to improve as the season goes on?
We've always got to get better, but our kids play hard. Our kids, and that's the part we love about us. And that's a translation of our defensive staff and the excitement and the energy they bring is how hard they play. But there's always things that we still got to get better at. We were out there at practice today this morning, and we got guys not fitting in the right hole or doing things that we're constantly coaching at. So there's always room for improvement defensively. But I like the energy we bring and the tenacity that we're going to fly to the football. That was one of the most important things that we saw on Friday is they're stringing stuff out, and we got 6-7 guys with black hats running the football. And that's a huge deal for us is get kids running around swarming to the football.
Special teams, obviously, Brett looked good in the extra points that he got to try, but still some issues. I mean, we saw a bad snap in the opening game. Obviously, a field goal block in this last one. There was a bad snap again. So, I mean, I'm sure, again, there's a place.
Yeah, those are things we talk to our kids immediately about. Those things will end up biting us in the butt eventually in the long run if we don't clean those up. And that's one of those things. We send our snappers and holders out there before the game, and we do that every day as they go out there and get it. And that's just one of those. The bad snap was probably on the holder. Should have caught snap, made a play. That's what he's there to do, and he didn't get it down. The block field goal is just a kid not being engaged and lack of focus in that situation and not doing his right technique. But Brett had a good night, especially kickoffs. Man, they run the starburst, and we just told him just kicking that yellow thing back there and make him do that one signal we like, and we're good with it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't open it up. And that was definitely last year, especially when Brett got hurt, kick coverage was definitely a challenge for you guys at times. So to not have to worry about that, it's got to be
It's huge. And special teams are a huge facet of the game. We focus on them daily. We go through 2 facets every day, and then we go over it all again and go live again on Thursday. But it's a huge thing we don't take for granted. We got to make plays on it and do things. And having a kid like Brett in your pocket that can go and kick it in the end zone and where you don't have to cover as many kicks is a nice thing. He kicked one off last week from the 35 and got a touchback out of it. So, yeah. I mean, that's a huge luxury that a lot of schools in this state or in this country don't have.
Yeah, absolutely. And you touched on it. Obviously, it was one of the better crowds I've seen at Tiger football in a while. It was homecoming, but still. The home side crowd felt like it was almost packed, and there was a lot in the away. And I can tell by how packed it is by where people are trying to park out on Cuba and Canyon here where we're at and stuff like that. And it's good to see that. Obviously, you want to encourage people to get back out again this week.
I do. We made it was a huge crowd for us, and part of it was being a local thing and being homecoming. But we want those people to come back out. I hope they enjoyed watching our kids perform and seeing the growth. We have kids from last year that played for us that come up to me and like, man, Coach, there's a lot of growth in just 1 year from last year. It's impressive. And that's just part of that program, taking culture and taking time to develop and set in. Had a great crowd. We had a great student section again. Had a couple of complaints about student section, which I love. I love it when people say kids are too loud. We love that. But it was fun. I heard the line went out the gate down to the road to get in at one point. And that's what this community needs to buy into. That's what Friday nights need to be. Is we need to expect those lines to get in at 5:30 or get here at 6 and know that that's the only thing going on Friday night. We want people here and be a part of our program and just they're as much a part of what we do in the community in the stands as what we do on the field.
Yeah, and it was actually a weekend where you guys weren't the only show in town on Friday, and people were still showing out.
Yeah, and it's special. That's what this community can do, and that's the special part about being in a one-school town. Is those community people rally around it, and it's a fun atmosphere. Our kids absolutely enjoyed it. We're excited to have another 4,000 or 5,000 people out there again on Friday night. It's definitely a home field advantage compared to where other schools play at and how many people go to their games. And when it's loud and rocking, it's a blast, and it's a fun atmosphere that our kids don't get to see all the time. And it's experiences that they won't get to have the rest of their life. High school football is a different deal, and once it's done, and our kids can't go back to it. So we want to encourage everybody to come back out. Come watch our kids, come support our kids, come be proud to be a Tiger and wear the black and gold.
Yeah, and just a reminder, I mean, there's a limited amount of home games in the regular season. There's only 3 more left, so not many more opportunities to get out and watch Tiger football this year. So, Coach, appreciate it, and good luck on Friday.
I appreciate Charles.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Welcome back. We're at Tiger Stadium, about ready for kickoff. Alamogordo facing off against Santa Teresa. Desert Warriors are in town tonight for this evening's matchup. Let's talk about this matchup a little bit more. Let's talk about the Tigers and their really strong effort last week against Reynosa. We've mentioned Sean Hayes, 220 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns last week. How about the defense? 13 tackles for Max Merrill last week, 11 of those solo tackles. Reese Cady had 7. Adrian Herrera had that big interception return for a touchdown. You had J.P. Madden, Shane Sargent, each had a couple of tackles for loss. Jarman Williams had a big game last week. The defense played well. We heard Coach Cisco talk a lot about the special teams and Brett Money and his touchbacks last week. That really helped the Tigers not have to worry about doing any coverage on special teams, which last year was a trouble spot for Alamogordo. So taking that out of the game is definitely a huge bonus. And we'll see if the Tigers' passing game gets going a little bit tonight. Ryan Viescas, he did have some good passes in that first game. They obviously didn't. I don't want to say they didn't count, but they didn't count towards the statistics. So. I guess they did. Now that I look at that, I guess they put that in there from game 1 because he had a touchdown pass in there. So, because he had the touchdown passes with Emilio Minez last week. That's what it was. All right, just about ready for tonight's national anthem and other pregame festivities. So we'll take a real quick commercial break. We'll talk about the Desert Warriors coming up next, and we'll hear about their offense and, more importantly, their defense, because their defense has been fantastic so far this season. So we'll be right back after these messages on ESPN Alamogordo and the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
It's celebration time here at Desert Sun Toyota. Come help us celebrate our 25 years of being in business right here in Alamogordo, and Toyota's Model Year In Closeout event is happening this month. We have truckloads of brand new Toyotas hitting the ground daily to help us celebrate, along with the strongest factory incentives of the year. Right now, receive up to $1,250 cash back on the new 2019 Toyota 4Runners, or up to $1,750 cash back on the #1 selling Tacoma. Highlanders are disappearing with $3,000 cash back or 0% financing. These are just a few of the many great incentives happening this month at Desert Sun Toyota. Desert Sun Toyota's used car supercenter is stacked with a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles that all have been inspected to receive our lifetime powertrain, only offered at Desert Sun Auto Group. If you're in the market for a pre-owned truck, SUV, or car, come see why so many people vote Desert Sun #1 auto dealer in Otero County year after year. Find our inventory at DesertSunToyota.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. The national anthem just finishing up. The Alamogordo High School Choir doing a fantastic job. Both teams are getting ready to come onto the field. Tigers heading over into their tunnel. And the choir heading back inside. And let's talk about the Desert Warriors. Desert Warriors 2-0 on the season. And their rushing attack is certainly just same as the Tigers. Rushing attack seems to be where their offense is strongest, and their quarterback, Matthew Lopez, is the man. He's thrown for 109 yards. He's rushed for 249, along with Adrian Rodriguez. They're the running back. They're about even on carries so far this season. So I would, assume fair amount of run-pass option. Those two guys, leave it in the gut, decide whether the quarterback's going to keep it. So option run. Maybe even a little bit of pass in there as well, but hasn't been. As the Tigers will take the field, and it's like, is that Tyler Ellswick this week that has the American flag? He's the first one to lead Alamogordo out. Trying to get a better look at the number. Yep, looks like it's number 2. So Tigers take the field, and the Desert Warriors getting ready to do the same on the other side of the field. Fight song playing in the background. So I think what to watch for in this game is the Tigers trying to take away that rushing attack for Santa Teresa, force them to throw the ball. I got to think the Desert Warriors defense is going to try to do the same to Alamogordo, take away what they did last week, if they can, to Rodoso, and get the Tigers forced into the passing game, and in a place where they haven't been especially comfortable in the 5 quarters that I've watched. They made some big plays against Valencia in the first game, but it was still just a little disjointed. So if they can get things running a little bit smoother in that passing game, it's going to be important as the season progresses for the Tigers to get into that comfort zone. But we shall see what tonight's football game brings us. We are almost ready for kickoff. Both teams have worked their way to their respective sidelines. Santa Teresa on the far side, Tigers on the near side. Alamogordo in their all blacks, yellow numerals, black helmets with the shiny gold logos on there. And on the far side, Santa Teresa, white shirts, black pants, trousers, everybody would like to say it. Teal numerals, black helmets, and the teal logo on the side of those. Looks like the Tigers will kick to begin the game, and they will kick from right to left, which is south to north. And the officials being announced. Looks like we're just about ready to get this one underway. So far, thankfully, the weather is holding out for us. It certainly didn't look like it was going to be that way earlier this afternoon. And looking at the forecast yesterday, I think everybody was a little nervous about whether we were going to get this game in. It has been a frustrating year for athletics to get in a lot of these games due to lightning, and hopefully tonight will be all right. I think we will be, but I think I said that probably in week 1 as well. Okay, Desert Warriors are lined up. Tigers are lined up. Officials giving last instructions, and give the football to Brett Money. So Brett Money will kick off with his left foot. two receivers back at the 10-yard line for Santa Teresa. And the ball in the air, high and deep, and into the end zone for the kick or for the touchback. So that's exactly what the Tigers are wanting from Brett Money, is those kickoffs going deep into the end zone. Tigers defense takes the fields. J.P. Madden, Shane Sargent, Max Merrill, Jarman Williams, Tyler Ellswick, Reese Cady. Tigers also going with Nate Lujan out there. Number 36, John Hughes. Reese Cady, I think I already mentioned. Far side, Adrian Herrera. Trips to the near side, one to the far for Santa Teresa. And their quarterback, Matthew Lopez. And then we've got penalty flags right off the bat. One of the Desert Warriors players went to the ground. Wonder what we're going to get here. They're going to call dead ball, personal foul on Alamogordo.
Personal foul, give it on the business. 15-yard penalty.
So it's a 15-yard penalty right off the bat for Alamogordo. Last week, that was a big issue for the Tigers, was the lack of composure. And I don't know if he thought that one of the players had jumped offside. I don't think you can do that, jump into the defensive backfield if you think a player was false starting, but a run up to the 40-yard line. And straight up the middle is Adrian Rodriguez. That'll be a 4-yard gain. Handoff again to Rodriguez, but he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. A couple of Tigers in there to bring him down. Shane Sargent was in there. Also throw in number 36, Jonathan Hughes. And the Tigers force the Desert Warriors back a yard. It's 3rd and 7. Snap, and Lopez looking to pass. Standing in the pocket. Standing. We got a holding penalty on Santa Teresa. It's going to be an incomplete pass down the field anyway. The Tigers will take the down, I'm sure. And so the hold on Santa Teresa, the Tigers will go ahead and take the punt. And we'll see Julio Mendoza standing back at about his own 30-yard line. So quick 3 and out for the Desert Warriors. Not altogether shocking on that. We were thinking that this offense really had not found its stride yet at this point in the season. So for the Tigers defense, which has been very good through the game and a quarter that we've seen, we've got a penalty flag and looks like a false start on the Desert Warriors. So put Santa Teresa back another 5 yards. As he'll go back to the 33. And they'll roll the play clock, and we'll try it again. Now Julio Mendoza back at his own 35. This punt going from left to right, north to south, yes. High snap, and just getting the kick off, but it's a good one. And it'll bounce at the 30 and continue to roll to about the 25. Really solid punt for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. Eric Delgado really putting his foot into that one. Let's give him 41 yards on the punt. So the Tigers will start on their own 26-yard line, ball on the near hash, and see if this offense can get things going like they did last week and just start running downhill with Sean Hayes. They're going to open it up and spread, though. Interesting. 4 wide receivers, 2 to the near, 2 to the far. They'll move Hayes to the right of Viescas, and Viescas is going to throw. It's a screen play. They get it to Hayes. Hayes is, going to be stuck. Really good tackle. That had the makings for the Tigers getting the screen set up well, but credit to, I'm not sure if that's Adrian Rodriguez or Isidro Talavera. They've got a couple of ones on there. I'm going to go with Rodriguez making the stop, but the completion and a 3-yard gain for the Tigers. Haven't seen the screenplay from Alamogordo much this season. But they pick up some positive yardage, and Handoff goes to Hayes. We got a penalty flag right away. Hayes able to break one tackle getting to the 35, but I'm assuming this is going to come back. They're going to call a holding penalty on Alamogordo. I will say I won't be terribly shocked if we see a pretty high number of penalties tonight. I think we've already seen 5 flags thrown already. And they'll mark it off all the way to the 20-yard line. So it goes for about a 10-yard penalty. 2 wide receivers to the far side. And Hayes will now move to the right of Viescas. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, looking downfield. He'll throw, and he'll complete it. Threw it behind a defender who tried to twist around and get a hand on it, but unable to do so. That was a really nice throw from Viescas on the run. And that'll be enough for a first down. The Tigers pick up 17 yards on the completion. And Alamogordo moves the chains and gets rid of that penalty yard. That easily could have stopped this opening drive. Boy, that could have easily been a false start on the Tiger wide receiver. Took a jump forward. There's a handoff to Hayes, and Hayes goes off left guard right up the middle to the 40 to the 41-yard line. So it's a gain of 5 on the carry. And the Tigers will have 2nd and 5. Tigers need the 49 for a first down. Ball at the 41. Between the two hashes, got a lead back to the right. Now Hayes will switch to the left of Viescas, and he'll give it to Hayes. Got some lead blockers, but the Desert Warriors slice into the backfield, and there's going to be a loss behind the 40. They're marking him at the 38-yard line, so the Tigers lose 3 on the carry. And it'll be 3rd down for the first time tonight for the Tiger offense. Alamo needs the 46 for a first down. 9:02 to go, no score here in the first quarter of play. Tigers on their opening drive. Desert Warriors went 3 and out to start the game. Trips near side, 2 to the far. Viescas in the backfield by himself. Takes the snap, stands in the pocket, the blitz, and boy, the Tigers either didn't read it, didn't pick it up. But that was a jailbreak. Viescas had no chance. All the way back to the 33-yard line. And I believe that was Rodriguez again on the stop. And the Tigers will punt away with Brett Money. And waiting to get the kicking football in. And Money will punt from at his own 16. Snap is good. Puts the left boot into it. And this one will sail and take a good Tiger bounce, a great Tiger bounce inside the 10. That one landed about the 30. It's going to be stopped at the 9-yard line. A great punt for Brett Money. Give him 58 yards on that punt. So a 58-yard opening punt for Brett Money, and it pins Santa Teresa back deep inside the 10-yard line all the way to the 9. And that's where their offense will take over. And it may be one of those kind of games tonight. I think we've seen Santa Teresa's defense make some big plays here early. Tiger defense is going to have to match them, and maybe that kind of game this evening. All right, Lopez will take the snap out of the shotgun, gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is in trouble in the backfield. He is popped. Jarman Williams was the first one back there. They're going to give him forward progress to the 3, but he got tackled all the way back at the 1-yard line. Actually, they're going to push him back to the 2. That is a 7-yard loss on the carry, and they were trying to turn the corner on the play, and Almo's defense just way, way too fast. And Desert Warriors have got to be careful to not give up a safety. Lopez sees Rodriguez switch to his right. Give it to Rodriguez, and nothing fancy, just straight up the middle. And he's going to pick up 2 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and 14 now. They need the 19 for a first down. As the clock continues to roll here, under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Alamo defense making some good stops early on. The Desert Warriors will spread it out. 2 to the near, 2 to the far, wide receivers. The snap, and Lopez going to run straight ahead, finds a hole, gets popped and breaks a tackle at the 10. Still pushing forward, gets to the 14-yard line. He'll pick up some solid yardage, about 9 on his first carry of the night. And the Desert Warriors will punt again. The Tigers did pick up first down on their opening drive. Desert Warriors go 3 and out for the second time. And that first down play is really what hurt them, where they lost 7 yards. Punting from his own goal line is Eric Delgado. Mendoza on the Santa Teresa 45. Another pretty solid punt. Fair catch. Oh, and muffed, but getting back on it is Mendoza as he falls at the 43. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers in excellent field position. That's a big net gain. Give credit to Brett Money on that big punt. Pushed the Desert Warriors back inside their own 10, and the Tiger defense took care of business from that point on. But really switched the field. Can the Tigers take advantage of that? We haven't seen that 7-man offensive line yet until it looks like right now. Lead back to the right side. Hayes will move to the left. Viescas, handoff right up the middle. Viescas gets behind his man, and boy, just got tripped up as he crossed the 35-yard line. They'll give him actually just a 36, but he's going to pick up 7 yards as Hayes got some great blocking up front. Looked like he was following Nicholas Kajin on the left side. That offensive line was excellent last week. So the Tigers, 6 on the line here, 2 wide receivers. And they're going to keep Hayes behind Viescas, hand it off, and straight up the middle. Good running from Sean Hayes. And again, nothing fancy, just let your offensive line do what they're supposed to do and pick up another 7 yards. And the second first down of the night for the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the Santa Teresa 28-yard line. Ball is closer to the near hash here for this 1st and 10 play. Mendoza up to the top side. Bottom end is Bedgood. They got Ellswick in there blocking on the end. So now 7 men on the line for the Tigers. Just 2 in the backfield and your 2 receivers. Viesca's going to throw this time. Doesn't have a lot of time. Throws it downfield. He's got Ellswick. He makes the catch, but we've got a penalty flag. And they're going to call a hold on Alamogordo.
Student section, we can't hear you.
So unfortunately, this is going to come back. And it'll be another 10-yard penalty on Alamogordo. As I said, I wasn't going to be terribly surprised if we were going to see a lot of penalties tonight. And that is the 3rd on Alamogordo. Great throw by Viescas, though. Ellswick was in a crowd with a couple of defenders, and Viescas just laid it over the top, and Ellswick caught it at the goal line and walked into the end zone. That was a tight window to try to fit it. 1 wide receiver to the far side, 1 to the near. And Hayes to the right of Viescas. Viescas going to roll out on a pass play. Viescas chucks it deep down the field. He's got a man and just overthrew him. Julio tried to throw on the Jets to get to that in the end zone, but the Tigers had a great play dialed up. Unfortunately, the pass goes about a yard too far and couldn't get Julio to run underneath that play. He was behind the defenders, just couldn't quite get there. I'm really impressed with the way Viescas is throwing the ball tonight. He looks really comfortable. He's making good throws. Unfortunately, he had one of his touchdown passes brought back. But the throw to Ellswick was great, and that one was just off the mark. 5 wide for the Tigers here. A blitz comes, and the throw, and that one just off the mark. Boy, Minez really had a shot at that on the seam route up the middle. Desert Warriors blitzing, and Viescas did a great job of getting rid of that quickly, but I don't know if it was more of a drop or the pass off the mark. Looked like it was there. So it'll be a 3rd down and long for the Tigers. They need the 18 for a first down. Just pick up some yardage here and maybe give Brett Money a chance at a better field goal here. And if the Desert Warriors are going to blitz the way that they are, maybe try to catch them in that, but I don't know if they'll send everybody in this spot. They've got 4 men rushing. Boy, and the Tigers, I think they thought that was a screenplay. Somebody didn't have that play right because they let the Desert Warriors defensive line come through. So either Viescas wasn't ready for that to be a screenplay, or the Tiger offensive line wasn't ready for that. The Tigers are going to have to punt it. That was a strange deal there because, if it's a screenplay, obviously you're getting ready to try to throw it to whoever. But Viescas looked like he was ready to just kind of sit in the pocket, and I'm not totally sure what was going on there. Good snap here for Money. He's going to punt from the 40. Gets it high in the air, end over end, and it's going to die. Boy, it took a Santa Teresa bounce. One of the Tiger players has been able to get on it. That was a good punt, though. That hit the ground at the 8, and unfortunately took a bounce back towards the Alamogordo side, and so it'll go to the 15-yard line. That was only a 30-yard punt that time, but obviously trying to get it in a tight spot and force the Desert Warriors back deep in their own territory. So the Tigers again get a first down, but a holding penalty cost them a touchdown and killed the drive as well. There's a fake of the handoff, and Lopez will keep it. He gets brought down, and Max Merrill is in on the play for a 2-yard gain for the quarterback, Lopez. 2nd and 8. Desert Warriors need the 25. They go left to right. We're in the first quarter, 3:31 to go, no score. And a quick throw to the outside, and that is incomplete. They will say it's a forward pass. It was pretty darn close, looking for, I think it's number 3, but unfortunately, my Santa Teresa roster does not have a number 3. I'm going to go maybe Isidro Talavera on that play. He's listed as number 1. I'm thinking he may be 3. All right, it's 3rd and 8. The snap, and back to pass Lopez. Long pass play up the near side, and he overthrows everybody. I don't see any penalty flags, and so another 3 and out for the Desert Warriors. And so another punt. This will be the 5th punt of the quarter. The 3rd for the Desert Warriors, the Tigers with a couple. So let's be fair. This is kind of the game I thought that we might see, with the Desert Warriors defense being very good. The Tigers defense has been very good. I think in combination with the Desert Warriors offense has struggled a little bit this year. If the Tigers can avoid penalties, I think they can move the football. It's just they've had to get into passing situations because of holding penalties. Here's the snap and the kick, and another really good punt. Mendoza's going to have to run back, get this. It bounces at the 50 and takes a sideways bounce, and then takes a Tiger bounce out of bounds. Might be right at the 50. Looked like it was going to go 47, 48. They'll go in the 49-yard line. So, Brett Money and Eric Delgado kind of going back and forth here. Both have done a pretty good job of punting for their side. An unrespected part of the game. Punters are important too. And certainly in this one, the kick that Money made, pinning Desert Warriors back deep, changed the field position. So right at midfield, and the Tigers are going to go I formation. And Viescas was expecting his fullback to be to his left. Wasn't there, and then Viescas just went ahead for 2 yards. So that one did not look especially pretty for Alamo. It feels like we've seen a lot of broken plays in this game so far, 2 or 3 where it just seems like that shouldn't have happened. That's not the way they drew it up kind of thing. But 2nd and 8, you got positive yardage. Again, they're going I formation, 2 wide receivers. We haven't seen I formation yet this year for the Tigers. Toss play to the right. Hayes able to get around the corner. Hayes, nice little juke move, and gains a couple more yards. Put his foot in the ground at about the 45 and moved to his left and gets to the 42-yard line. And the Tigers He'll have a third and a long one coming up next. About 1.5 yards here to pick up a first down for Alamogordo. As Coach Cisco trying to switch things up a little bit, not running out of the shotgun, just straight eye. Hayes the tailback. This time they give it to the fullback, and he is planted short of the first down. I believe that's Dakota LaSalle. It's going to be short of a first down. I got to think the Tigers are going to go for it. And they appear to do so. Straight eye again. And Viesca's going to run, and then we've got penalty flags. It didn't look right. The far line judge is going to throw a false start penalty. And Alamogordo is going to be forced to punt. So the Tigers will punt again. Third punt for them. And the Tigers running one last player on here. LaSalle is one of the second-level blockers here for the Tigers. And good snap again. And this kick high in the air. This one's going to be a lot shorter, though. But takes a real good Tiger roll to the 20, to about the 11. And that's another solid kick for money, as it'll be right about the 10, give them the 11. But inside the 20 for the third time in this game. Both teams playing it pretty conservatively. That penalty, again, kills the Tigers' drive. We've seen, unfortunately, a lot of that if you're an Alamogordo fan. 1:21 to go here in the first quarter, still no score. Just 2 first downs, both of those by the Tigers. Here's the snap. Lopez trying to get behind his running back as a lead blocker, and he's going to get some pretty good yardage here across the 15 to the 16. So Rodriguez just puts his head down and paves a way for his quarterback. And it'll be a 6-yard gain for the Desert Warriors, 2nd and 4, as they look for their first first down of the night. Again, out of the shotgun, trips to the far side, one of the near. Tigers with 3 down linemen. And we've got a penalty flag, and I think a false start. Looked like the wide receiver at the near side jumped, and so another 5-yard penalty.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 9.
All right, so most of those 6 yards they gained on first down will go back, and actually it looked like he only gained 5 on first down. So it's 2nd and 10. Trips far side, one of the near. Tigers going man-to-man defense on the outside. And again, Lopez trying to get behind his running back, and we've got penalty. My goodness. We had a penalty flag from the umpire, the line judge, and the back judge on that play. What did the back judge saw from all the way back there? Let's see what it is. Maybe it was a face mask. It was that clear. Personal foul. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, another penalty. This one on the Tigers.
Face mask on the defense. Automatic 15-yard penalty and first down.
So the Desert Warriors get their first down of the night. That one must have been exceptionally clear, whoever committed the penalty, because all the officials were pulling out their hankies there. 2 to the top side, 3 to the top side, 1 to the bottom. And the ball's in the far half, so a lot of room here on the near side. If Lopez wants to throw it, he will hand it off Rodriguez and get some good blocking on the far side. Going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry. And it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Desert Warriors. Might be the last play of the quarter. We'll see how quickly they decide to move things along here. It looks like the Desert Warriors are at their sideline, so they may go ahead and take this to the second quarter. unless they're going to maybe try to run out real quick and run a play before the end of the frame. Important for the Tigers to stay where they're at and not be caught off guard. Clock continues to roll here. Well, no, the clock stopped for some reason. I don't know why somebody stopped. They stopped the clock and they reset the play clock too. That was weird. 2-1, and that'll be the end of the quarter. So at the end of one quarter, no score, and not a whole lot of offense. Tigers have looked a little bit better than Desert Warriors, but not much to write home about, as they'd like to say. So the Tigers 0, the Desert Warriors 0. We'll be back right after this.
The Winner Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winner Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winner Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Making the handoff, and Lopez trying to go to his right, and the Tigers swallow him up. He continues to fight for some yardage, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage as Matthew Lopez. And the Tigers will force the Desert Warriors into a 3rd and about 4. The Tiger defense trying to get off the field again. Only first down for the Desert Warriors has come off an Alamogordo penalty. Trips to the far side, one to the near. Running back is to the right of Lopez. Tigers with 3 down linemen. 3 linebackers, 5 DBs. Lopez, again, a little sprint play to the right and tries to get behind that offensive line, but he's going to be short of the line to gain. Gets to the 38-yard line on the Desert Warriors side of the field. And they'll give him the 39, so it's going to be a short. Tigers need to be ready here. It looks like they're going to maybe snap it quickly. Oh, the Tigers jumped off sides. Jarman Williams stepped across. And another penalty on Alamogordo. That one was definitely clear. Now, it looked like they were going to try and rush the play, and if anything, just force the Tigers into a bad penalty. So 1st and 10 for the Desert Warriors. Ball at their own 44-yard line, and now a timeout by Santa Teresa with 11:07 to go, second quarter. We'll take a timeout as well. Still no score. Back after this.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Welcome back, Tigers and the Desert Warriors scoreless. Santa Teresa timeouts on a first down play. And it'll be first down and 10. With 2 wide receivers to the near, 2 to the far. Ball on the far hash. And we're ready to go. Lopez with Rodriguez to his left. Man in motion left to right. We'll see if the jet sweep. Nope, they faked that. A little option fake by Lopez. Lopez going to go straight up the middle, gets spun down at the 48. So he faked the jet sweep coming across from left to right, his left to right, and had an option to Rodriguez on the outside, but kept it himself and straight up the middle. And it's a 4-yard gain on the keeper. 2nd and 6 Lopez again takes a snap. Rodriguez gets it, trying to turn the corner. Tigers trip him up. And the side-to-side really hasn't been there too much for the Desert Warriors. They've had, to me, better luck trying to run in between the tackles and the guards. And that is a loss of about 1 on the sweep handoff. Ball on the far hash. They'll send 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. 3rd and about 7. Ball closing in on midfield. Lopez hands it off Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to get stopped short of midfield. He may have gained 2 yards on the play. And the Desert Warriors will punt. Kind of surprising they didn't maybe go to the air, try something different on that play. And Tigers have got to be real careful here to not jump off sides. I think we're in that 5-yard area. And also watch out for the fake punt. Tigers got burned on a fake punt last week. I'm not sure what the speed of the man in the back there is, or if they'd go to somebody in that. And the snap a little high. Tigers almost got there. And it's a very, very high kick. It's going to bounce at the 30 and take a Tiger bounce, 35, 36-yard line. That is not going to end up being a very good punt. That's a 15-yard punt, and the Tigers will have okay field position. That's a drive that very easily could have flipped things on Alamogordo. But more than anything else for the Tigers, they've got to try to string together some first downs here. And maybe try something play action if they can go down the field. But whatever they're doing with their screen game so far, not working. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Ball's between the 2 hashes. Lead back to the left, and they'll move Hayes to the right of Viescas. Ryan will take it, and he'll run with it, but good tackling in the backfield. And number 22, Sam Flores, makes the stop. A 1-yard loss for Viescas. He was looking to maybe throw a little curl route to Mendoza at the near side. Looked like Julio may have been covered, or Ryan just didn't feel like he had the time to get the ball out of there. And this 2nd and 11, ball at the Tigers' 35. 1 wide receiver to the near, 1 to the far. Lead back for the Tigers is Trevor Yelton. And Hayes is the tailback. He moves to the right of Viescas. They give it to Hayes. Hayes straight up the middle. Hayes to the 40. Good yardage on a 2nd down run. Makes it manageable. They'll give him the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 6 for the Tigers tailback. And it'll be 3rd and about 5. Tigers need the 46 for a first down. A long 5. 2 wide receivers, ball in between the hashes. Yelton the lead back to the left. Hayes will move to the right of Viescas. And Viescas looking to throw. Quick throw. Got it to Mendoza at the 50. Mendoza will pick up the first down. Just a simple little pitch and catch, as he'll be knocked out at the 47-yard line. And the Tigers pick up a first down and move into Santa Teresa territory. It's a 12-yard gain. 2nd catch of the night for Julio. 2 wide receivers again. Yelton the lead back to the right. Hayes switches to Viescas' left. Handoff Hayes. Hayes moves inside a little pocket. Good push by the offensive line. I don't think he was contacted until 3-4 yards down the field. So he'll get to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Ball now between the hashes. It's at the 43 of the Desert Warriors. Ball going from left to right here in the 2nd half of play, or 2nd quarter of play, I should say. Another shift as Hayes goes to the left of Viescas. Ryan's going to throw. Quick throw and threw it right to the Santa Teresa defender. He was looking right at a little curl route and just waited for it. An easy pick on the far side. So, Viescas, he threw it in that direction expecting the curl route to be there, and the Desert Warriors jumped the route. Fortunately, didn't see the young man for the Desert Warriors that came away with the pick. I think it was Esteban Viescas, but I'm not totally sure. So the Desert Warriors get really good field position. Ball at the 47. Quick change here. Can the Tiger defense stop things? Trips to the far side, one to the near. And the snap, and Lopez pump fakes and was going to look to throw downfield. Nothing there, is going to run with it, and he's going to get popped at the 45. Good job by Reese Cady. He was defending the wide receiver. They were trying to get the Tigers to jump on the bubble screen and maybe not defend that wide receiver on the go route up the sideline. And instead, really more of a broken play than anything, and Lopez does make something out of it, gets a couple of yards, takes the snap, he fakes the throw, and he's going to complete it. Well, I thought one of the Tigers was going to get a hand on it at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be a 9-yard gain to the outside. They get it to Angel Jacobo, or Jacobo. Apologies to anybody that knows that young man and me skewering his last name. The Desert Warriors, a first down and starting to threaten here. This is their best drive, best field position of the night by far. Lopez looking to throw. He's got all kinds of time, and he's eventually going to complete it to the outside. I hear yells of holding. I don't know if that's from the Tiger bench or from the stands. And looks like that's going to be enough for a first down again for the Desert Warriors. So the Desert Warriors continue to move it down the field. And we've got a timeout called by Alamogordo. 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. Ball's on the Alamogordo 27, a 1st and 10 coming up after the break for the Desert Warriors.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Now the Tigers bring the pressure right away. On 1st and 10 play, Jarvis get into the backfield. A 3-yard loss on the play, so 2 guys in the backfield, and Lopez brought down. That's the play the Tigers wanted on first down there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Ball on the Tigers' 30-yard line. Trips to the near side, one to the far, ball closer to the far hash. And the snap and the handoff, Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to turn the corner, able to do so. And he's going to get really good yardage on first down. It looked like one of the Tiger players got taken down on the edge there. All the way to the 19-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain. And real close to a first down, 3rd and 2. Big play here. And the snap and the handoff, Rodriguez straight to the middle. He's got the first down, and he'll be tackled at the 15. He falls forward to the 14-yard line. And that's a 5-yard gain. And another first down for the Desert Warriors. That offense is starting to find holes, running in, passing. Lopez in the shotgun, and they're going with some tempo here. Handoff, Rodriguez, again trying to get around the right side, and a little jab step move, and gets inside and picks up a few more yards. So right about the line of scrimmage, he cut in and gets to the 10-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. And it's 2nd and a long 5 here. Takes the snap, and this time Lopez will keep it. Lopez off the left side, and it looks like he's going to have a first down. Tigers not being able to contain on the end of the line. It's just short of a first down. It's a 5-yard gain, 3rd and 1. And we've got whistles again, and the Tigers are going to take another defensive timeout. 4:56 to go in the second quarter. No, I mean, not a big deal to take defensive timeouts here. You don't have much time left in the half, but Tigers clearly having some trouble figuring out what the Desert Warriors are doing all of a sudden here. We'll take a quick break and come back. Tigers and Desert Warriors still scoreless, but Santa Teresa on the doorstep.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Tigers and the Desert Warriors scoreless. It's a 3rd and short from just on the 5-yard line. And Lopez out of the shotgun. Rodriguez to his right. He's trying to get behind Rodriguez. Tigers get into the backfield. I don't know if they stopped him in time. It's going to be real close. The chain is right in between the 4 and the 5-yard line. I think they're going to say no gain, so it'll be 4th down here for the Desert Warriors. And again, 3 wide receivers, lead back to the left. Big 4th down. The snap, run straight up the middle. They've got the 1st down. Lopez pushing forward, not going to get the 1st down. Or I should say not going to get the touchdown, but he is going to get the 1st down. So he gets to the 2. It's a 3-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down and goal from the Alamogordo 2 for the Desert Warriors. 4:17 to go. Again, trips. Again, a lead back, which is a little bit of a different look. Tigers trying to get a man off the field, and they will. And a handoff Rodriguez, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown, a 2-yard gain. And the Desert Warriors score. Well, that was a nice mix of plays. They worked the passing game a little bit more on that drive, did Santa Teresa. Tigers just couldn't get into the backfield the way they had earlier, and that offensive line for Santa Teresa really looking solid on this 2nd drive. Or I should say this 1st scoring drive. This is probably the 4th or 5th drive of the night. Number 2, Angel Jacobo in to kick the extra point. Snap's a little high. Kick is up, and looks like it's good. It is good. 7-0 Desert Warriors, 4:01 to go, 2nd quarter. And we'll return after these messages. Tigers will get the ball back.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Line drive kick by Jacobo. Penalty flags in the play as Aaron Cisco returned it to the 22. They're going to call a hold on Alamogordo. So the Tigers will have it go back 10 yards. I'm going to mark it from the spot of the foul. I would assume since it's up the field. They would mark it from where the end of the run was, and it looks like that's what they'll do. Take it back to the 16, wait a minute, the 17-yard line? I guess that's right. They were at the 27. Okay. 1st and 10 for Alamogordo. Trips to the near side, one to the far. Viesca's going to throw. And again, a jailbreak, and Viesca's got to do something here, and he's just going to take a sack. Now, I don't know if a little bit of gun-shy after the interception on the last drive, but the Desert Warriors are coming around the ends and getting into the backfield. And again, I don't know if the Tigers are trying to set up a screenplay. It just seems a lot of time that the offensive linemen are letting them through. That's the 3rd sack of the night. And the Tigers getting forced back. This Desert Warriors defense is absolutely for real. They're giving the Tigers fits. Handoff, Hayes. Hayes gets a big hole. Hayes runs over a defender, gets the loss of yardage back all the way up to the 20-yard line on the carry. He gets 11. Nice run from Sean Hayes. That, for a second there, looked like it could have been even bigger. 3rd and at least manageable here. The Tigers need the 27 for a first down. 3rd and 7. Tigers are going to go 5 wide. This is a spot where Alamo has not done well. Desert Warriors have blitzed, and the Tigers have either picked up a sack or it's been an incompletion. And they send 4. Again, there's pressure, and Viescas just runs with it. He's going to get some positive yardage, but and seems to be a little frustration for the Tigers. It just seems like Ryan's not very comfortable in the pocket, and he's got guys coming at him. He gets 3 yards on the carry, but I think the want to run is real quick on some of those plays. The one play that he really stood in the pocket and stood tall was the touchdown that ended up being called back. I mean, he did a really good job on that, but credit to the defensive line of Santa Teresa. They are bringing the pressure, and the Tigers in pass protection haven't been especially great. A little bit of a low snap, but Money fields it cleanly, and a good punt here. High in the air, hanging, and it is caught and running with it and brought down. Boy, it looked like a block in the back on Max Merrill. The carry will go all the way to the 42-yard line. And a solid gain on the return from Esteban Viescas. So it's to the 42, and the Desert Warriors offense back out on the field after scoring the touchdown. They get the shutdown defensively, and will have a minute 46 to try to do something here. First and 10 from the Desert Warriors 42. Handoff, and this time it's Rodriguez, again trying to get around right tackle. He'll get a couple of yards on the carry. By the way, 35 yards in the punt for Money. And the clock rolling, and the Desert Warriors, I think, seem pretty content to take this one into the locker room. The Tigers will need some adjustments, and I think in just some cases just need to settle down a little bit in a couple of places, and they'll be okay. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. It is just a 7-0 game, and then a penalty flag, and a false start called on Santa Teresa. 58 seconds remaining. Tigers only have 1 timeout, so they won't be able to really stop the clock here. Ball at the 39 now on the Desert Warriors side, and I'm sure they're just going to run this out. 58 seconds remaining. Lopez over to the sideline to talk to his coach for the play. Play clock's down to 14. And need the 48 for a first down. They'll spread it out. 2 of the trips to the far side, 1 to the near. Running back to the left, and they give it to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez able to stiff arm one player, get out of bounds. That is not what the Desert Warriors wanted. Just a gain of maybe about 3 or 4, and only 5 seconds went off the clock. And the Tigers could get the ball back here if they wanted to. I don't know if Alamo necessarily wants that, but maybe if they can I would at least try to force a punt. You know, maybe a mistake by the Desert Warriors if they don't get the first down here. They need 10. 1st and 10, looking for the Alamogordo 48. Lopez takes it, and a little handoff behind him. Trying to turn the corner and getting knocked out of bounds. Good tackle by the Tigers. Did they stop the clock? They do. So that's a big play as well. That's a little fancy play. They tried to trick the Tigers, but good pursuit on Isidro Talavera as he goes to the 48-yard line, about 4 yards short of the first down. And so the Desert Warriors will have to punt. Tigers have one timeout, 46 seconds left. The punts so far from Eric Delgado have been hard to field. Let's see if Julio Mendoza can make something happen. The Tigers are going to line up and try to block this, I guess. We had the officials stoppage here. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, the Desert Warriors are trying to claim that the Desert Warriors player was out of bounds, or was not out of bounds. I thought he was clearly out of bounds here on the near sideline. Tigers will take a timeout. So I think that was maybe the discussion that the play should have been called inbounds, that he was tackled inbounds, and the clock should have rolled. So the Tigers take the timeout, which they probably would have done if they had said, hey, roll the clock, he's inbounds. And so Alamogordo will still have 46 seconds left. And again, I think if anything, just it's been sort of a slow motion for the Santa Teresa punting unit. Maybe try to get in there and get a block if you can. And the white hat making a lot of strong gestures here. I don't know what. There's an issue with the clock. I don't know if that has to do with the game clock or that has to do with the play clock. What are they gonna change what the game clock is? Well, they haven't changed it yet. It still reads 46 seconds. And we haven't got it going yet. And I'm not sure what the holdup is here if they're trying to change the clock to another number here. Nobody's gotten it to whoever is running the clock up here. And okay, they've changed it to 26 now. Well, but here's the... I don't know. I guess my issue with that sort of is I didn't see what the motion was in the field. High punt, really good one here. Fair catch made by Julio Mendoza at the 24. And so with only 20 seconds left, I can't imagine the Tigers are going to try to do anything crazy here. But the Tiger offense has done some positive things here in the first half, but unfortunately, penalties and turnovers and sacks. That'll be the story of the first half for Alamogordo offensively. They're lining up in a normal position here. They may just hand it off to Sean, but trips to the far side, one of the near. Hayes will move to the left of Viescas. Viescas is going to throw. Stands tall in the pocket, throws it down the middle of the field, and an interception. You know, he's going to be down on the interception, but the second pick threw it right to a Santa Teresa player at the 50. Now, the Desert Warriors were just sitting there in deep coverage, and really the ball was behind the intended wide receiver, who was pretty much going straight up the middle of the field. 13 seconds left, and I think the Desert Warriors are going to kneel it out. Tigers will have the ball to begin the second half. They do take a knee, and that'll end the half. All right, so the Tigers behind 7-0 after one half of play 7-6 ball game last week. The Tigers turned around and exploded in the second half to come away with the win. So we'll see if they can do the same here in half number 2. Should see a performance from the Alamogordo Tiger Band here at halftime, and looking forward to what will hopefully be an interesting second half of play. 7-0 Desert Warriors. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Wow, look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
which gotta go.
You can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Tigers trailing 7-0 at halftime to Santa Teresa. And, partly the Desert Warriors have played well, but the Tigers have probably done more damage to themselves in this first half than anything else. In that the penalties, it's put them into spots where they can't run the football. I think that the way that they would like to. So that has definitely been the challenge for the Alamogordo Tigers tonight, is not being able to run the football the way that they would like to. So we'll see if they can clean that up in the second half. We'll see if the Tigers can get things going the way that they want to. Kudos to the Desert Warriors defense. They played well, but the penalties and the mistakes, the sacks and the interceptions have really, really hurt the Tigers. I think 3 sacks for the Desert Warriors, maybe 4 actually. 2 picks by Alamogordo, and then a lot of penalty yardage as well for Alamo, closing in on 50 yards there in the first half. So things to clean up for Alamogordo for sure. Sean Hayes, 43 yards rushing. Ryan Viescas, 32 yards passing, 3 of 7, couple of picks. He's also got 4 yards rushing on the night. Julio Mendoza, 2 catches for 19 yards, 1 catch for 3 yards for Sean Hayes, and 1 rush for 1 yard for Dakota LaSalle. So the turning point of the game was the first pick. Desert Warriors got it about midfield, and they were able to drive down the field for the touchdown. And the Tigers went 3 and out right after that. But Alamo will have the ball to begin the second half and see if they can come out of the locker room and avoid penalties, get back to running the football, and get things going the way that they would like. 33 yards rushing for Adrian Rodriguez for the Desert Warriors, 48 yards rushing for the quarterback Matthew Lopez. He's also got 19 yards passing on the evening, and both of those passes completed to Angel Jacobo. I'm never going to get that right tonight. And, the two punters have really played well, too. Brett Money and Eric Delgado as well. So we'll see what happens in the second half, but those are the things I would look at for the Tigers. Cut out the penalties, along with the need to protect the quarterback a little bit better as well. Got to avoid mistakes, and I think they can come back in this football game. They were down by a point last week. We'll see if they can figure it out this week as well. Actually, they were up by a point. It was 7-6 last week. All right, we'll come back and get you more halftime Tiger marching band performing. First time we've had a chance to see them this year performing. They didn't get to do their halftime due to homecoming last week, and of course, we were rained out in week 1, so nice to see Tiger Band back out there. We'll take a break, and we'll hear from our Tiger Athlete of the Week. It's Sean Hayes of Tiger Football. We talked to him a little bit earlier on this week, and we'll also update you on some scores from around the area. Last check, it was Tularosa 13, Eunice 12, and they're still playing in the first half out at Cerny Stadium as the Wildcats try to end the Cardinals' 28-game winning streak. We'll be back.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you could live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
This is your ESPN Alamogordo Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winner's Circle and Vision Ford Lincoln. This week's athlete is Sean Hayes of Tiger Football. Great game, 220 yards, couple of touchdowns. Got to go out there and run over some guys at times.
Sir.
How did you feel coming out of that game on Friday? That had to feel like a great experience.
Yeah, I felt really good. I had no idea that I rushed for, 220 yards?
Yeah.
I didn't know until after the game. I had no idea I got that much yards, but yeah, I felt pretty good.
You knew they were giving you the ball a lot, though.
Oh, yeah. 24 carries?
Yeah, 24 carries. You had a bunch, so you definitely got to work out on Friday night. Do you like that contact? Because it's certainly, I don't know if you're looking for the contact there, but do you enjoy that when you can get the contact?
Oh, yes, sir. I love the contact. I always look for the contact. That's my favorite part about running the football.
You obviously played well, but certainly the guys in front of you played really well as well, right?
Oh, yeah. I owe it all to our offensive line. They did everything for us. I just run the ball through whatever hole they make for me.
Yeah, and they created that and gave you that opportunity. I'd say you did a little bit, though, especially when you got to that second level and I'm sure when you see those cornerbacks out there, that's always that's an opportunity. But
yes, sir.
I think, more important than anything else, and what a lot of us got to see if we've watched Tiger football the last couple of years, is how much improvement this team has made to be a part of that group. And what has it been like to be a part of this team that has gradually gotten better over the last couple of years?
Oh, it's amazing. Coming from a team that went 0-10 to 1-9 to now 1-0, and we should have won the first game, but it got canceled. It's great. We've created a great bond between all of us. We're just a big family, and we're hoping to take this all the way to the state championship.
Now, we certainly hope that'll be the case, and certainly have a good matchup against Santa Teresa coming up this weekend. How long have you been playing football? What age you got started?
I've been playing since I was 7, I believe.
Yeah.
I've been playing all my life. I love it. I love the sport. I love everything about it, the competition, just everything about it is amazing.
Who got you started? Was it somebody in your family?
Yeah, my dad's been coaching forever, so ever since I was little, I've just been around him, been around the Alamogordo Tigers ever since I was little, so it's great to actually be playing on Friday nights.
And we'll also hopefully see you out in the spring with track and field again this year.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm going to run track this year.
And you usually ran, that was the sprint distances, or what do you usually like?
Yeah, I would run the 200, 400, just sprints.
Seeing out there, that is, football something you'd like to try to continue after high school? Or?
Yeah, I'll try to play college. Whatever opportunity I can get, I'll take it.
How do you guys attack each week? Is it just trying to take it one game at a time, or how are the coaches talking to you guys with certainly the confidence up among the group?
We practice hard every single morning. We wake up at 6 every morning, get on the field and practice, and we have intensity in every single practice, and we've just been working hard, and we want this more than any other team wants this in the state.
We'll hopefully have a big crowd again out there on Friday night. How much fun was that to play in front of that huge crowd?
It was really fun. It was great how much people out there, everyone in our community came out and support us. Yeah, it's amazing.
How about that student section? How about you seeing your friends and stuff getting out there and support you guys?
It's crazy. It's awesome getting to see my friends just out there just cheering us on.
All right, we'll look forward to it. And Sean, congratulations on being Athlete of the Week.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Wow, look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
which gotta go.
You can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Desert Warriors are out from the locker room. They lead 7-0 as we are almost ready to begin the second half. Looks like Tularosa has added a touchdown. They lead 21-0 over Eunice, and that 20 8-game win streak could be in jeopardy for the Cardinals, but still a ton of time left in that game out at Cerny Stadium, just about 10 miles up the road from where we are at. How about some other scores from around the state? Thanks to the folks at NMOT Sports and the folks that post updates on there for helping us out with that. Artesia 41-6, they're beating Deming at halftime. Roswell's up 28-21 at halftime over Los Lunas. That's a good one at the Wool Bowl. Hatch Valley trailing Dexter 7-0. That one's at halftime. Hope leading West Las Vegas, Hope Christian 14-0. Cleveland leads Mayfield 14-3, just about halftime in that game. Robertson leading Ruidoso 21-7. That's another game here in the area. What else we got? Goddard over Portales 21-6. Now it's 21-20. Thanks to Jaime for sending that to me. No, Eunice answered back quickly. 21-20 out there at Cerny Stadium. Volcano Vista leading Monzano 20-0. That one's in the second quarter. Farmington up on Aztec 14-10. Both those teams are undefeated on the season. Del Norte leading Albuquerque High 7-0 in the second quarter. And, boy, I tell you what, Mayfield was up 3-0 on Cleveland with about 5 minutes to go. That's his second half. I'm thinking second quarter. So Cleveland obviously scored a couple of quick touchdowns. And that looks to be about it for updates. Santa Fe up on Taos 7-0 up in the north part of the state. Highland leading Belen 6-0. And nothing, no other new scores here on the list. I don't have, fortunately, not a bunch of different scores being updated over on that. But we'll hopefully have some more for you before we sign off for tonight. And we'll hopefully be able to let you know what happens with Tularosa. They might not be done before us because we're a little bit ahead of them. They're headed to halftime here soon. We are coming back from halftime. We'll fit in another commercial break. It's 7-0 Desert Warriors over the Tigers. Desert Warriors trying to move to 3-0. The Tigers hoping to get to 2-0. And we'll come back. Don't you go anywhere. Tigers will have the ball to begin half number 2.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Welcome back. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Ready for half number 2. The Desert Warriors kicking off to the Tigers. Alamogordo left to right, north to south. And they'll reset the clock here in just a second and get us going. Tigers, big keys, avoid penalties, avoid mistakes. They've been shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here and really need to avoid those type of mistakes. Now we've got the officials, one of the side officials coming up. don't know if they're trying to say that the Tigers deferred, or maybe, you know what, maybe they're missing some folks in the chain gang on the far side. Maybe the chains broke. Former Alamogordo Tiger coach Gary Chapman is running over to, I think maybe that's what it is. They're waiting for the third man of the crew. And whoever that is was not ready to go when we were ready to begin the second half. Okay. So the man holding the down marker was there. One of the chain gang was there, but the other part of the chain gang, unfortunately, was not there. There were, whoever that was having a discussion with some folks down in the south end zone. So it's going to hold us up about another minute here. Okay. My concern was maybe that somehow they had broken the markers. I don't know. This one is going to take a roll, and it's going to get down inside the 5, and it's going to be picked up. And this is Napu Mendiola, and Mendiola makes a nice move, makes a real nice move at the 20, and then is going to be knocked out of bounds. Napu Mendiola. He gets a little bit more time on the JV squad, but makes a real nice play on a ball that died inside the 5. He, very patiently picked it up and ran it the other direction. All right, Tigers with 2 wide receivers. Viescas in the pistol with Hayes behind him. I'm sure we'll see Hayes shift probably to his right. So got to avoid holding penalties, and if they decide to pass it, those sacks. And they will run it. Hayes going off left side. Hayes gets some good yardage, still on his feet. He's going to get a first down all the way out to the 40, and they'll pick up 11. So Sean Hayes starts the second half exactly the way the Tigers would want. A strong gain, and the Tigers see if they can start running downhill like they did against Ruidoso last week. Alamo spreading it out 4 wide. So trying to spread out this Desert Warriors defense a little bit more. Viescas, quick throw to the near side. They get it to Mendoza. Mendoza gets good blocking in front of him by Aaron Cisco. It's going to be close to a first down. I think they're going to be about a yard short. Third catch of the night for Julio Mendoza. Just a simple little, I'm not even sure it's a bubble screen, just a quick hitch route to the near side, and he stopped, caught it right at the line of scrimmage and runs straight ahead. And the Tigers now going to go to a heavier set here. They'll go 2 wide receivers to the far side, a lead back, and they'll put Hayes directly, well, no, they're going to move him now to the right of Viescas. Handoff, and Hayes able to get away from one defender. Makes a nice move at the 50. He's got the first down and trying to push for more. He's close to the 46. We'll see if they bring him back to the 47-yard line. 4-yard gain. Tigers going to run one player off late here with trips to the near side. Mendoza will be the one split out to the far. 1st and 10. Hayes will move to the left of Viescas. Gives it to Hayes. Hayes right up the middle. Hayes to the second level to the 40 and is able to drag a defender along with him very close to the first down marker again. An excellent opening drive here for Alamogordo. And it'll be a 9-yard gain for Hayes. It's a good delay play there by the Tigers. The Santa Teresa players were coming up field quickly and just kind of waited on the handoff a little bit. It opened up things inside. Trips to the near side, one out to the far. And the snap, and Viescas will throw. Completed to Minez at the 40. Minez, a couple of juke moves, then comes to the sideline and puts a shoulder into a player near the 30-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. They'll get it to the 31. It's a 7-yard gain. And the Tigers offense really cooking on this drive. Emilio Minez makes the catch there. And nothing fancy. The run plays have been what we saw them do last week, just straight up the middle. Pass plays are, Simple throws to at the line of scrimmage. Bubble screens to the receivers. Handoff Hayes, trying to go up the middle, and he's going to be pushed back. And well, now he's fighting. Probably should have just stopped that. I think they would have given him forward progress for about a 2-yard gain. Instead, this is going to be no gain on the play. But hard to tell a running back to not try to keep working those legs and keep moving forward. So not a huge deal. But first sort of negative play on this drive for the Tigers. 2nd and 10. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far. And we've got a new man in the backfield for the Tigers. As Hayes comes out, looks like it's LaSalle. And Vieska's going to throw. And it is a screen, but this one's going to be short-armed to the intended wide receiver at the near side, looking for Brandon Luke. 3rd and 10. Tigers are at least in field goal range here. It would be a long field goal. But I got to say, the screen game just has not worked that well for the Tigers. The speed of the defensive line of the Desert Warriors, they're in Vieskas's face so fast that he's really not able to set it up. And so the Tigers need a big 3rd down play. 2 wide receivers for the Tigers. Desert Warriors loading the box up here. LaSalle is to the right. He'll fake the handoff. Vieskas rolling to his right. Vieskas going to throw, and that one is going to be incomplete. And we'll see, I believe, a field goal try here for the Tigers on a 4th and 10. Again, on some of those plays where the Tigers are rolling out, just the speed of the Desert Warriors, there was a safety, I think, or a linebacker that just came busting through the mass of players right about the line of scrimmage, and I thought forced the bad throw there from Vieskas. So the Tigers are going to try a field goal. Looking to see where they spot it at. It'll be at the 37. So this is a 47-yard try. That play clock is getting pretty close here. They've got to hurry up to 4. Snaps down. Kick is up. Kick is on the way. That looks to be good. No, they're going to say that missed to the near side. And so Money, I believe, hooked it just a little bit from the far hash to the near side.
Last call for Deborah Rotland. I don't know if you want $200 cash, Deborah.
So a 37-yard field goal is no good.
Up here at the sound booth.
I should say a 47-yard field goal. And it'll give the Desert Warriors the ball at their own 20. It was a good drive, but right when the Tigers got to the 30, it was no gain on 1st down. And then a couple of incompletions. Tigers in the backfield quickly here as a handoff to Rodriguez is going to go nowhere. A yard loss on the play. Second and 11. And Lopez is going to fake and now going to run. Got a penalty flag. And the Tigers are going to drag Lopez out near the line of scrimmage at the far side. And there's a Desert Warrior player that is down in the backfield as well. So we got a lot going on in this play. So the training staff out to look at, I believe, one of the offensive linemen for Santa Teresa. And waiting to see what the penalty flag was on the play. Whether on Alamogordo or on Santa Teresa. It's a hold on the Desert Warriors. I believe the Tigers would take this penalty and push the Desert Warriors a little bit further back in their own territory if they can. But obviously the concern for the Santa Teresa player is on his back at the 15-yard line. And while they tend to him, we'll take a commercial break. It's 7-0 Desert Warriors, 8:24 to go 3rd quarter. So a ton of time left in this game. Don't you go anywhere.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Ivan Castro is the offensive lineman who was hurt. He's not able to put much weight, looks like, on his left leg, and they're helping him off the field at the moment. 10-yard penalty on the hold. It's 2nd down and 20 for Santa Teresa. With 8:24 remaining, ball is at their own 10. And it looks like we're about ready to restart the action, and we are. Lopez out of the shotgun, running backs to his left. He'll keep it, get behind Rodriguez, and get some positive yardage here. Still fighting as he gets across the 15-yard line, just in a massive black and white jerseys. 6-yard gain on the quarterback keeper, and it'll be 3rd down and 14 here for the Desert Warriors. Ball close to the far hash, and they'll split out 1 wide receiver to the top, make that 2. Make that 3. So trips to the top side, 1 to the bottom.
This next play is being sponsored by your Tiger defense.
Running back to the right of Lopez. And here is the handoff, and Rodriguez not going to get anywhere. Good penetration by the Tiger defense. Trying to see who got in there to break up that play. Looks like Max Merrill. No, they're going to say Jarman Williams. I couldn't tell if it was Jarman or if it was Max, but we'll go with Jarman. That's what the PA said. No gain on the carry. And a punt for the Desert Warriors. Tigers should have pretty good field position. And I don't think that's Julio returning. Is that Cisco out there now? Hard to tell from the side. Desert Warriors trying to bring a player on late. And we've got the white hat calling a timeout. And I think they've been having a little bit of trouble with the play clock tonight, I guess. Not sure what happened there, or if we had the game clock wasn't running, but maybe the play clock didn't start quick enough. Tigers trying to bring a lot here. They've got 10 at the line of scrimmage. Desert Warriors get a good snap and not a good kick. High and short. It is Mendoza back to return. It's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where the official marks it off from. They're going to give, I would think, inside the 45. I'm going to say the 45-yard line. I thought that may have went out of bounds a little bit before that. But that's a tough, in my opinion, tough play to try to pick up where that ball is in the air. But it's good field position for the Tigers. They had it down inside the 30. You only lose about 15 from that after missing the field goal. And the Tiger offense will try to get this going with 6:46 to go in the third. Trailing 7-0. Hayes shifts to the left of Viescas. Ryan takes snap, hands it off. Hayes right up the middle. Hayes gets to the 40, and Tigers create a nice lane for him to run through for 6 yards as Sean Hayes makes it a 2nd down and 4. Important for the Tigers to get the play going quickly because Desert Warriors are in the backfield very quickly, and Alamo's done a pretty good job of that, of getting the Desert Warriors to kind of run past the play a little bit. Hayes moves to the right of Viescas. Viescas going to throw. Quick throw is deflected right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be third down and 4 for the Tigers this time. And I think this part of the field, you don't necessarily have to throw the football in this spot. Desert Warriors have really done a nice job of reading some of the changes the Tigers were making. They tried to throw, those quick curl routes. They stepped in front of it, got an interception. Viescas going to throw, comes towards the near sideline to the 40. Good catch by Luck, or Luke. But no gain on the play. That's actually going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tigers are going to go again. 4th and about 4. Maybe just trying to draw Santa Teresa off sides. Looking to Coach Cisco for some signals. We got 11 on the play clock. And they do snap it. Viescas deep in the pocket looking to throw, now going to run with it. He's able to get away. We got a penalty flag. He's not going to get the first down anyway. And I would assume the penalty flag is probably on Alamogordo. Desert Warriors didn't blitz that time and dropped into coverage. Let's wait and see what the penalty flag is here. Well, maybe it's on Santa Teresa. I'm surprised from where that was thrown. So I'm curious to see what the call is here. They're going to call a hold on the Desert Warriors. Interesting. Not necessarily a call you see by the umpire in some of those spots. The Santa Teresa coach not happy with the call. And I don't know if the clock was running that entire time. They're going to call a personal foul on Santa Teresa. So I'm going to assume that there was, that was a personal foul. Should be an unsportsmanlike conduct, not necessarily a personal foul. I don't know. I'm sure there was a magic word probably said. But clearly there was a defensive hold somewhere there in the middle. Tigers are trying to line up and get ready to go here, but that was a huge, huge play. Desert Warriors would have had the ball back in that spot. I just assumed it was probably going to be a hold, but actually it was a defensive hold. I assumed it was going to be an offensive hold. So the Tigers will have first down at the 25-yard line. Handoff Hayes. Hayes straight at the middle and pushing forward near the 20-yard line. He'll get 5 on the carry.
4 yards, 4 or 5 yards, second.
Two wide receivers to the near side, running or lead back to the right of Viescas. And Hayes will move now to the left of the quarterback. Takes the snap, hands it off. Hayes looking to go off right tackle. Gets a pretty good hole and gets tripped up near the first down marker. I think he's going to be about a yard short to the 17-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. 4:35 to go third quarter, and still a 7-0 difference. Ball in the near hash, a 3rd and 1. Viescas looking back to Coach Cisco on the sideline before he snaps it. Hayes going to move now to the left of Viescas. Viescas is going to run behind Hayes here, looking for that first down, and he's got it. Gets across the 15 as he dives forward. It's a 3-yard gain, and the Tigers will have a first down and 10. So Viescas will get it down to the 14, a first down and 10. Tigers can still get a first down without a touchdown here, get down to the 4. And we're going to get a timeout on the fields. Looks like the Desert Warriors are going to call a timeout. All right, so it'll be first and 10 for the Tigers, 3:58 to go in the third quarter. When we come back, the Desert Warriors leading 7-0.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150s. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Going to get the ball, trying to turn the corner on the sweep. Hayes to the 10, gets to the far sideline, out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 9, and the Tigers will be a yard away from a first down. And we've got another Desert Warrior player down on the play, and the Tigers athletic trainer David Maldonado is going to turn out and check that young man. So another stoppage in play here with 3:43 to go in the third quarter. And the Desert Warriors will head towards the sideline. Tigers are doing the same. And so this may be a little bit of a longer stoppage here. So I hope that young man is okay. Don't know who it is quite yet. We'll let you know. We'll go ahead and fit in another break from our sponsors, bringing you Tiger football back here on ESPN Alamogordo again on this Friday night. And we've got a quarter plus 3:43 remaining in this game. Alamo trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time. They lead 7-0.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
It's celebration time here at Desert Sun Toyota. Come help us celebrate our 25 years of being in business right here in Alamogordo, and Toyota's Model Year End Closeout event is happening this month. We have truckloads of brand new Toyotas hitting the ground daily to help us celebrate, along with the strongest factory incentives of the year. Right now, receive up to $1,250 cash back on the new 2019 Toyota 4Runners, or up to $1,750 cash back on the #1 selling Tacoma. Highlanders are disappearing with $3,000 cash back or 0% financing. These are just a few of the many great incentives happening this month at Desert Sun Toyota. Desert Sun Toyota's used car supercenter is stacked with a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles that all have been inspected to receive our lifetime powertrain, only offered at Desert Sun Auto Group. If you're in the market for a pre-owned truck, SUV, or car, come see why so many people vote Desert Sun #1 auto dealer in Otero County year after year. Find our inventory at DesertSunToyota.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The injured player was for the Desert Warriors. It was their punter, Eric Delgado, obviously also out there as a linebacker. Tigers are going to have a 2nd down and 1. We'll reset it here for you. Third quarter to play, 3:43 to go in the third. Ball's on the far hash. Tigers looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time. They trail the Desert Warriors 7-0. Two wide receivers to the far side, lead back to the left. Hayes will shift to the right of Viescas. Hand off Hayes. Hayes running straight up the middle. Hayes punches it into the end zone. Tigers get on the board. It took a while, but an impressive drive. They got a help of a penalty call midway on a 4th down that kept the drive alive for Alamogordo. And the Tigers have a chance to tie it here with the extra point from Brett Money. Good sustained drive from Alamo. Again, they did get a little bit of help on a penalty. But otherwise, they were able to move the football down the field, especially after they picked up that call. Tigers have been on the bad side of penalties for the most part. And the kick is up, and boy, just before the rush got to it, it is good. So the Tigers have tied it up with 3:34 remaining here in the third quarter. And it's an even ball game, 7-7. Back after a break, you're listening to Tiger Football.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winner Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Tigers have tied it up, and unfortunately the kickoff is going to go out of bounds for Brett Money. It just dove out of bounds inside the 5, and the Tigers will give Santa Teresa starting field position at the 35. And now can the Alamogordo defense come out and get a stop right out of the gates or after the score and not let the Desert Warriors answer back. 3:34 remaining in the third quarter. Game slowed down a little bit. We've had a couple injuries here in this third quarter for the Santa Teresa side. And so they call the illegal procedure on Alamogordo on the kickoff. And the Desert Warriors will take it at the 35-yard line. They're going right to left, south to north here at Tiger Stadium. Trips to the far side, one to the near. And the snap is Lopez, pump fakes. And we got a penalty flag right off the bat. The throw is going to be off the mark. And a chop block going to be called on the Desert Warriors. So that means somebody was engaged. One of the offensive line was engaged for Senate, and one of the other players went to the knees, it looks like. Well, initially said chop block down at the knees and did a motion more at the waist. I thought it was. I'll take it back 15 yards. That's a big, big penalty on first down. And Desert Warriors need to reset here a little bit and try to get things settled, but certainly you don't want a 1st and 25, that's for sure. Here's the snap. Lopez, a little pump fake, and he's going to go deep again. He's got a man, and he's dropped it. Oh, my. He had his man at the far sideline. It was Jacobo again, but he was unable to reel it in. They ran the exact same play that they ran on the previous, but the Tiger defender let the wide receiver get behind him this time. It was a fake of the bubble screen and then throw it deep up the far sideline, and we've seen that play a couple of times now, so the Tigers have got to be ready for it. It's 2nd and 25. The snap and the handoff. Rodriguez, nice moves in the backfield, able to get across the line of scrimmage, but not much more. Maybe got 2 yards as he was able to sidestep a couple of Tiger tacklers and find a seam. And it'll be 3rd and 23. And Alamo trying to force that 3 now. They get help of the chop block, but kind of finish it off here on a 3rd and long. Trips near side, one to the far, ball in the near hash, and Lopez back to throw. Lopez already in a little bit of trouble, rolling to his right, continuing to roll, now looking to throw, and is that complete? No, I think the back judge is going to say incomplete pass. No? Complete? I thought he patted the ground, but I guess not. I guess maybe he just lost his balance. So it is a completion to the 49-yard line. That is a huge mistake there for the Tigers to give up the first down on a 3rd down and very long. 29 yards on the completion. And here comes the handoff, Rodriguez. Some moves inside the tackles, and he'll get 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 33 on the stop. Max Merrill.
Isidro Talavera on the reception on that last play. 2nd and 7. One of those big momentum type plays. Lopez, quick little dump out to his running back who gets some good yardage. Did he get the first down? He did. He kept working and got all the way across to 39. Look, a lot of the other players stopped, and Rodriguez did not. And he's going to get 7 yards on the completion. First one for Rodriguez on the catch and run. That was mostly run. He made the majority of that play with his legs, and it's a 1st down and 10 again for the Desert Warriors. A minute 48 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're tied up at 7. And on a drive where the Desert Warriors had a 3rd and 22 and converted, and now picked up another 1st down, and they're inside Tiger territory. We've got a timeout called by Santa Teresa. So the Desert Warriors are going to talk it over with 1:36 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break as well. 7-7 your ball game. Tigers and Desert Warriors tied. Back after this.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, tied up 7-7. Desert Warriors are driving. They drive that started at 35, went back to the 20 on a penalty. They picked up a 3rd and 22, and have now another 1st down this drive and a 1st and 10 at the Alamogordo 39-yard line. Whistles blow and are ready to go. Lopez in the shotgun. Rodriguez to his left. Lopez takes the snap, gives it to Rodriguez, runs straight up the middle, big burst of speed, and he'll pick up 5 or 6. Just came bursting out of the hole. And he gets to the 33-yard line, so a 6-yard gain for Rodriguez. 2nd and 4 for the Desert Warriors. Ball at the Alamogordo 33, need the 29 for a 1st down. And the snap, and Lopez will keep it. Lopez trying to bounce it to the outside, still working. He's going to be bounced out of bounds. Good pursuit to the barrier for the Tigers. And no gain on the carry. It's Hughes with the stop. John Hughes makes the stop for the Tigers. 3rd and 4. And Lopez fakes the handoff, dishes it quickly to the outside to his receiver, who fights for a 1st down. He's going to be short, though. Gets it out to number 25, Brandon Tracy. And it's going to be 4th and a long 1 yard. Tigers trying to come up with a stop on 4th down. Desert Warriors look to try a hard count right away. They've got a ton of time on the play clock. Lopez takes the snap and hands it off, and Rodriguez has got the 1st down and a lot more. Again, just straight up the middle, a big burst of speed. And he will take it near the 20. They'll give him the 22. It's an 8-yard gain.
Brought down by Reese Cady, but not before Santee could get a first down.
So 1st and 10 again for the Desert Warriors as they go for it on 4th and short and pick up 8. Ball at the Tiger 22, 1st and 10, ball in the far hash. Here's Lopez, and he will hand it off Rodriguez. Not much this time. Good penetration by Shane Sargent, and he wrestled his man to the ground. That may be the last play of this third quarter in a 7-7 ball game. It will be. And so the Tigers will see a 2nd down and 12 for Santa Teresa as we'll switch sides. And the Tigers yell 4th quarter and see if they can come up with a big stop with the Desert Warriors driving. We'll see it on the other side of the break. Tigers 7, Desert Warriors 7 on ESPN Alamogordo.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Tigers on defense to start the 4th quarter. We're tied at 7. It's 2nd down and 11. Here is the fake of the handoff. Lopez will keep it, get behind his line, continue to push forward. He's going to get past the 20-yard line and down to the 18 as he'll pick up about 5, it looks like, on the run. And this has been about what we expected. Lopez, Rodriguez have been the main ball carriers. They passed the ball a little bit more than I would have expected, but it's back to pass and looking as Lopez, still looking, and he's going to, oh, he had his man and dropped it. Did Brandon Tracy. That was excellent work in the backfield by Lopez. He drew a couple of Tiger defenders in on a couple of pump fakes because it looked like he was going to run and was able to get the ball out pretty well to his receiver, and he just couldn't bring it in. I'm not sure he would have gotten the first down, but it would have been close. It would have been positive yardage. Instead, it's going to be 4th and about 7. They're saying 6 on the scoreboard. 4th and 6 here. And Lopez going to throw. Tigers blitz. Tigers after him. Lopez to his left. Lopez looking for the first down marker. Did he get it? Let's see where they mark him at. He's short. Tigers stopped him. Lopez trying to reach for that marker but did not get it. And the Tigers get a huge stop. He was looking for the 12. He got the 13. And he must have stepped out of bounds just before he reached out because the reach was enough. But he must have had his foot on the boundary. And what a huge stop for the Tiger defense on 4th and 6. It's a 5-yard gain for Lopez. And the Tiger defense bends but does not break. And with 11:23 to go here in the 4th quarter, the Tigers offense will take over on their own 13. 1st and 10. Can the Tigers go the distance of the field? Most importantly, they didn't let the Desert Warriors come down the field and score after the Tigers had tied it up. It's LaSalle in the backfield and went to the wrong side of Viescas, and Viescas has to scramble back to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have lost a yard. And we've seen that a couple of times in this game where I don't know if it's the quarterback going to the wrong side or if it's the running back going to the wrong side. And on a couple of screen plays, the Tigers really didn't give their quarterback much of a chance to do anything with it. Trips the near side, one to the far now. Hayes is back in the game for Alamogordo. And Viescas going to throw. Quick throw to the near side. Mendoza's got it. Mendoza now almost reverses field, and he's going to be dropped deep at the 5-yard line. He gets pushed all the way back into the end zone. Julio maybe trying to do just a little bit too much on that play. Loses 7. he was going to lose some yardage for sure, but he spun around and tried to find some extra room, but with the speed of this defense, I don't think that's going to happen. We've seen them just really fly to the football tonight. And so the Tigers here, I think you probably try to run the football, maybe give your punter a little bit more breathing room. However, the Desert Warriors converted a 3rd and long. However, they didn't have to do it from their own end zone. So, boy, the Tigers are going to have to use a timeout here. That is not ideal on a 3rd and 17. But I guess you also don't want a big mistake here in this spot, too. That's could really flip the game for you. So Tigers will talk it over. And even 10 minutes to go in the game. Desert Warriors 7, Tigers 7, and we'll be back.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Welcome back. Tigers ready to go here on a 3rd and long. They need the 23 for a first down. They're sitting on the 5. 3rd and 18. Hazel transitions to the right of Viescas. He's going to throw from the end zone. Viescas going to go deep up the far sideline, and nobody there. Minez and Cisco were in the area, but he overthrew them by about 5 to 10 yards. And so the Tigers will have to punt this one away. Brett's not going to be right at the back of the end zone, but he's going to be pretty close. So need a good snap here. Yeah, he's actually a little bit closer than I thought he would be. So he's got maybe a big step back. It is a good snap, and it's a good kick. High and somewhat hanging, caught at the 45. Moving to his left and running straight ahead, and a big break here to the, there's going to be a penalty flag. That's going to bring it back. It was borderline. Jarman Williams got hit. It was pretty close to shoulder, but it very easily could have been called a block in the back, but a return by Esteban Viescas. You know, the shame of it was a completely unnecessary block. He really didn't need to make the play. Williams wasn't in it. So that's the thing that kills you there, is that he didn't need to make the contact with the defensive player. And you could tell the way he pulled up the defender, or the blocker pulled up on the play, that he was doing his best to try to avoid it. I know that the Desert Warriors coach is upset again. It takes a touchdown off the scoreboard. What a great return there from Esteban Viescas. But it gets erased, and it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 35 for Santa Teresa. But they've got great field position here. A tie ball game at 7, 9:41 remaining. And the handoff, Rodriguez, and that's going nowhere. Tigers swarm him in the backfield. And it looked like Shane Sargent was in on it with a couple of others. Max Merrill, I think, in there as well. Nope, actually Jarman Williams. I think it was Jarman, actually. I think that was maybe Elias Gonzalez, actually, that got in there. Not sure. Anyway, ball goes back to the 39-yard line. And it's 2nd down and long for the Desert Warriors now. Lopez looking to throw. Quick toss to the outside is complete and out of bounds across the 35 to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of about 7. And so it'll be 3rd and 8. Desert Warriors need the 25 for a first down. Here's Lopez keeping it, fakes the handoff, and gets to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 3. And it'll be a 4th down again for the Desert Warriors.
Tip of the hat to Max Morell again, keeping busy out there. Number 33 with the stop.
4th and 5 here for the Desert Warriors. Tigers got to be careful of the hard count. Santa Teresa could get the first down with that if they jump across. And they do a little hard count. There's only 9 on the play clock. 8. And now they did not get that off in time. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. I'm surprised they were waiting as long as they were, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and punt it instead. Try to pin the Tigers back deep with 8:22 remaining. They'll punt on a 4th and 10. So a huge penalty, second time in this game that a penalty has really helped the Tigers. First one was on a defensive hold that kept the drive alive. And then on a punt return touchdown, a block in the back. Snap, and the kick is high in the air and short. And the Tigers need to avoid touching this. It's going to take a bit of a Tiger bounce. It hit inside the 15 and then came back to about the 17, 18-yard line. So the Tigers will take over there on a 1st down and 10. They're going right to left now, by the way, south to north. And we'll try to put together a long drive, which Alamo hasn't really done. Neither team has really successfully, taken it 70, 80 yards down the field. It's been a real field position kind of game.
8 minutes, 13 seconds remain in the 4th quarter. We sure appreciate the love here.
I think the big thing for the Tigers here is to avoid a loss or a big penalty or a broken play. That's kind of what got the last drive off to a bad start. And Hayes is going to get the ball here. A little bit of a delayed handoff, and Hayes still fighting hard. He may get the first down. He's going to be real close. They just kind of rotated or pushed the offensive line side to side from left to right and waited for the handoff for Viescas. Eventually gave it to Hayes, and Hayes had a pretty good head of speed, ran up, and carries it all the way to the 26-yard line. Ball near the far hash, 9 yards on the carry for the Tiger Junior. He's to the left of Viescas here. Takes the snap, hands it off. Hayes got the first down. Not a whole lot more, but he should be able to move the sticks on a 1-yard gain. And they will move the chain. So 1st down for the Tigers with 7:28 remaining. I'll tell you what, if the Tigers could maybe put together a long, sustained drive here and run some clock, I think that would probably be the best option here. Handoff. Hayes just puts his head down and stumbles forward. He's going to get some pretty decent yardage here on 1st down. Line of scrimmage at the 28. Gets to the 30. Now we got the white hat talking to the far line judge. Not sure what that was about. 2-yard gain, though, for Hayes on the carry. Mendoza switching to the far side in the wide receiver position. Now they're going to move the lead back to the left. And here comes the handoff. We've got a penalty flag from the white hat. I'm thinking maybe illegal motion. Tigers never got set, illegal shift. Either 2 players moving and never got set, but it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Tigers, and not what they're looking for here. Both teams have really been hurt by penalties tonight. Tigers have had a touchdown taken off the board. The Desert Warriors have had a touchdown taken off the board. Both teams have had penalties that have kept drives alive for the opposing side. It's just been one of those nights. And in a 7-7 ball game, it's really going to make a big difference. The clock stopped here with 7:01 remaining. And I'm not sure what, maybe they're asking if they want to take the penalty or take the result of the play. And still waiting on the official decision here. It looks like they're going to take the penalty and push him back to the 25 and make it 2nd down and 12. So 2nd and 12 now with 7:01 remaining. Tigers snap it, and the handoff to LaSalle, and LaSalle has nowhere to go. He may lose some yardage here. No, I think he actually got back to the original line of scrimmage. About a 1-yard gain. So I assume Hayes just getting a little rest here. But a 3rd and long for the Tigers. They can't pick it up. At least they'll have an opportunity to maybe switch the field as we close in on 6 minutes remaining here in this ball game. LaSalle is the tailback again. And they'll fake the handoff. Viescas will roll to his left. He's to hold on to the football here. Makes a pretty nice run. There was a runner coming from behind, and he had the football out to his right like he's getting ready to throw it. And you could just see strip sack there, but good on Viescas. He clearly felt it and was able to get away, get some yardage on the carry, about 7, but it's not going to be enough for a 1st down. And the Tigers will punt as we're under 6 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Still a 7-7 game. They'll put the man back there for Viescas, or I should say for Santa Teresa. And Viescas, Esteban Viescas, he had that return. This is not a great punt. That's going to go out of bounds at the 44. I may have went off the, kind of one of those went off the shin. Surprised they're going to mark it where it went out of bounds at. That should be marked up a little bit further to the 50-yard line. I feel like the Tigers caught a break on that. Desert Warriors got one similar where they maybe didn't move it up the field to where it crossed the line at as it was going out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Santa Teresa at the Desert Warriors 44. 5:33 to go, 4th quarter, in a 7-7 ball game. And back out onto the field, Robert Lopez, Israel Rodriguez, and trips wide receivers. Rodriguez gets the handoff. Not going to get much. I think Max Merrill in again to grab him down, and at the line of scrimmage, no gain for Rodriguez. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Desert Warriors 44. Ball between the hashes. They go left to right as we close in on 5 minutes remaining in the game. He's going to make a big play here. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom side. Lead back to the left, and Lopez keeps it, but Lopez is going to be brought down in the backfield. And that is Jack Mira getting into the backfield. I'll tell you what, Jack Mira is good for about 1 or 2 really good tackles for loss in every game, and a lot of times in some key spots, and that was a huge tackle for loss. They did give him forward progress to the 43. It's a 1-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd and 11, 4:38 remaining. And a fake of the throw to the bubble screen, and this time it works. They faked the bubble screen and threw it deep, and the Tigers did not defend it well. Getting behind again is number 3, Isidro Talavera. And it's going to go for a gain all the way down to the Alamogordo 33-yard line. It's a 24-yard completion and a 1st down for Santa Teresa. Here is Rodriguez, able to break a couple tackles. Rodriguez up the sideline. Rodriguez just stopped up by Max Merrill. He made a touchdown saving grab, or a touchdown saving tackle, as Rodriguez had escaped a couple of tackles to the line of scrimmage. Raced up that far sideline and got all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a 19-yard gain on the carry. Could have easily gotten into the end zone. The Desert Warriors, with 4 minutes to go, this could be a game-winning drive for them. Tigers have gotten tough in this part of the field in the last couple of drives. 1 wide receiver the near. Trips the top side. Running back is to the right of Lopez. Lopez will keep it straight up the middle. Lopez still on his feet across the 10, and Lopez will be brought down shy of the 5, into the 6 or 7 yard line. He's going to get a gain of should say down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Lopez hands it off to Rodriguez this time. Rodriguez pushing the pile forward. It looks like he's close to a first down. And it will be a 3rd down and short. Got about 2 yards. And a huge 3rd down and about 1. And Desert Warriors are ready to go again. Takes the snap. Lopez straight ahead. Lopez pushing. He has the end zone, it looks like, or did he get stopped? They're going to say he got stopped short of the goal line. He got 4. He got the first down. That might be good for Santa Teresa here. I think the coaches were yelling that he broke the plane. But, you know, you get an opportunity to maybe drain some more clock here. And the way you've been running the football, you're at the 1-inch line. Lopez snaps. Oh, and a penalty flag. That's killer. So a false start, I think, on Santa Teresa. No, offsides on the Tigers. So it'll be half the distance to the goal from inside the 1.
They lost the whole millimeter.
Clock rolling, though. 2:55 remaining. And the Desert Warriors are close to punching it in. Lopez able to get it in this time. There's the touchdown for Santa Teresa. And the Desert Warriors march it down the field. A huge pass play on 3rd down. On a 3rd and 13. There were a couple of just huge pass plays by the Desert Warriors in this game on 3rd and long. And that may really spell the difference here with 2:50 remaining. The Tigers, they're not going to be able to run the football. They're going to have to go to the air, which I think, as we've seen, has not been the strong suit for the Tigers. Big extra point here, though. Try to give them a 7-point lead. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 Desert Warriors, 2:50 remaining in the game. And the Tigers offense will have a chance to, at minimum, tie this up. We'll come back.
Vision Ford Lincoln has scorching summer deals now through month's end. 2019 Ford F-150. Horsepower, torque, and awesome towing capabilities. Get up to $5,000 cash back or choose 0% financing for up to 72 months. The 2019 Ford Edge is loaded with up to $6,050 cash back or choose $4,050 cash back and 0% financing for up to 60 months. The stylish 2019 Ford Escape, get $4,425 cash back or choose $1,175 cash back with 0% financing for up to 60 months. The 2019 Ford Fusion sedan has up to $2,920 cash back or choose $1,670 cash back and 0% for up to 60 months. And the all-new 2019 Ford EcoSport. Get up to $4,415 cash back or choose $915 cash back and 2.9% for 36 months. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands in Alamogordo. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
So Matthew Lopez punches in the 1-yard touchdown run for Santa Teresa. Tigers have some trouble in the kickoff trying their starburst, but they're only going to get to the 25-yard line. So 75 yards, I should say, to pay dirt for the Tigers. And my apologies, I don't know why I've been calling Matthew Lopez Robert all game, but I have. Trips to the near side, one to the far. And Ryan Viescas out of the shotgun, hands it off. Hayes going to run straight ahead. And I don't know if this is going to work for the Tigers. They may have to go to the air here a little bit. It's only going to be a 4-yard gain, and they're going to have to be very fast with this. And the clock rolling here with 2:30 remaining. And really, they need to be moving a lot quicker than this if they're going to get down the field in time. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. But again, just lots and lots of time being used here. Hayes shifts to the right. A little bit of a low snap. Viescas now rolling to his left, in trouble. Viescas able to get away from the first defender, still fighting forward. They're going to call forward progress for about a 2-yard gain. And the Tigers, again, really need to hurry and get into their offensive set here. We're under 2 minutes to go. Just not a lot of emphasis to go quick here. 1:49 remaining. Now they're ready to go now. And the handoff goes to Hayes, and Hayes is going to get stopped right up the middle. No gain on the play. And it's going to be 4th down for the Tigers, and it'll be a timeout. 4th and 3 coming up for Alamogordo with 1:35 remaining. And possibly the last play of the game here if you're Alamogordo. But, well, they try to go for the pass on 2nd down and just didn't have the time in the backfield. 2 run plays after that. And the Tigers do or die here, and Sean Hayes is going to come off the field. I don't think he's going to be on there for the next play, and he's definitely laboring a little bit. One of the student athletic trainers talking to him at the moment. I don't think the Tigers would be running the football in this spot anyway. 5 wide receivers now for the Tigers. Viescas, empty set. 4th and 3. And you can hear the Desert Warriors fans trying to make some noise from the far sideline. This Desert Warriors defense has been great in this game. Can they get one more stop? They blitz. Viescas going to throw. Deep down the field. He's got him! Julio Mendoza makes the grab at the 39-yard line. They give him the slide forward all the way to the 31, except there is a penalty flag on the play. It's going to come back. Haven't seen what the call is yet. A hold on the Tigers. Now, the penalty flags have made a huge difference in this game. The Tigers would have at least had a shot at it down inside the 35-yard line on a long gainer. They've still got to mark off the yardage here. This is going to put the Tigers back inside the 20. Great throw from Viescas. Great catch by Mendoza. So actually they'll go 4 wide receivers this time. A man in the backfield with Viescas. They'll move LaSalle to his left. And another 4th down play. Viescas throws, and it's complete, and it's a 1st down. Aaron Cisco near midfield. The ball comes loose. They're going to say he's down. He is. He got to the 49-yard line. The Tigers get 29 on 4th down and long, and so the Tigers able to not let that penalty bother them. 1:23 remaining, and they still haven't rolled the clock yet. Now they do. So a huge 4th down play. Tigers right at midfield. Trips the near side, one out to the far. And Viescas going to throw. A blitzer coming at him. And he's able to get it to Cisco, who makes another great grab. Jumped high in the air. Gets out of bounds as well. Oh, they're going to say to run the clock. I guess they're going to say he went backwards on it. So the clock is, well, they're not running the clock right now. It's 1:09. 2nd and 8, so it's an 8-yard completion. Well, again, it looked like the near line judge said to run the clock, but they are not. I think the right call was to stop the clock. I didn't think he went backwards there. He made the catch and stepped out of bounds. 2nd and 8. Viescas looking to throw. Can't take a sack here. Ball is tipped, and Mendoza, I think it's probably good that he got a hand on that. I think that might have been intercepted if he doesn't. And it'll be 3rd and 2. 1:05 remaining. Tigers on the Santa Teresa 43-yard line, down 14-7. And what has turned into a very exciting fourth quarter. Not a lot of scoring in this game. The Tigers have a chance here. Still have 43 yards to go. Do have one timeout. And the snap. Viescas. Quick little flare play out to Hayes. Hayes with some running room. Hayes with some good blocking in front of him. Hayes will get all the way down to about the 20-yard line to the 19. I don't know who that was up front blocking for Sean, but the ball all the way to the 19-yard line. It's a 24-yard completion. And the Tigers, I don't know if they're going to spike it here. Boy, that should be offsides on Santa Teresa. The Tigers do spike it, but he hadn't snapped it yet, and the Desert Warriors player had gotten into the backfield. Anyway, he spikes it with 53 seconds remaining. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for Alamogordo from the 19. They save their timeout. They go back to a 5-wide look. And Ryan Viescas has stepped up and made some huge throws on this drive. Again, a blitz. Quick throw to the near side. Mendoza able to make one man miss. Mendoza still on his feet, gets to the 15. The Tigers, they got to hurry up and get to the line here with 43 seconds left. Trying to avoid using that timeout. Can't go too crazy here. 15-yard line. It's 3rd and about 6. 5-wide receiver look. 29 seconds left. Viescas going to throw. Viescas looking for the end zone and intercepted. There is a penalty flag, though. The back judge throws the penalty flag. And it looks like it's going to go against the Desert Warriors. Pass interference on Santa Teresa. So it'll be a 1st down for the Tigers. Desert Warriors are unhappy with it. Hey, they got a big penalty earlier in this drive that Tigers would have had a 1st down with a lot more time on the clock inside the 35. Desert Warriors got to be careful here to not pick up another unsportsmanlike penalty, yelling at the officials. And there's still 21 seconds remaining. And a timeout has been called. Not sure who called this timeout. I assume it's Santa Teresa that called the timeout. I got to say, I couldn't really quite tell where the interference was, and there was so much traffic. I was having trouble seeing where the man was that actually came up with the pick. So it's been a crazy drive. The majority of it, the Tigers have made the plays. They do get a huge break there. The White Hats explaining it to the Santa Teresa bench, or the coaching staff at the moment. And he's still yelling out at the official. He's got to be careful here to not pick up another unsportsmanlike penalty. He's obviously not happy. I don't blame him for being unhappy, but 21 seconds to go. The defense still has time to come away with a stop here. And it's a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Trips to the near side, one to the far. Hayes is in the backfield. I guess they were resetting the play clock. Hayes now moves to the right of Viescas. And they hand it off, give it to Hayes. Hayes inside the 5. Tigers are going to call a timeout. Clock stops with 16 seconds left. The Tigers get it down to the 5 on a 3-yard gain. So to recap this drive, Tigers converted on a 4th and long. They actually converted on a 4th down once. got called for a hold, converted on it again, and have proceeded to march down the field nicely. Some good throws by Ryan Viescas. Good runs after the catch. A couple of great catches by Aaron Cisco on this drive. He has been spectacular. There's only 2 catches of the game, but he's come away with them. And the Tigers, at minimum, trying to get this game to overtime. Curious what the Tigers decide to do if they do score the touchdown here. Do they think 2-point conversion, try to win it? I don't know. Be curious. Got to get it in the end zone first, though. 3 wide receivers to the near, 1 out to the far, Hayes to the right. Can't run it here, can't take a sack. Viescas throws, looking to the near corner of the end zone, but the pressure forced a short arm throw. And it'll be a 3rd down now and goal from the 5. That's been the bread and butter for Santa Teresa tonight, is getting pressure in the backfield. 12 seconds remaining. Easily enough time for 2 plays, but again, can't get brought down inbounds if you're the Tigers. Trips near side, 1 at the top, balls closer to the far hash. Viescas running out to his receiver, Cisco. They don't have a whole lot of time here to waste. 10 on the play clock, no timeouts remaining either. Viescas will look to throw it, got to get rid of it. Oh, he's going to take a sack, and it's going to end the game. Tigers, no, they can't spike it. It's 4th down. They spiked it. It was 4th down, so it's Santa Teresa football. He tried to spike it, but it's Desert Warriors football. Yeah, he can spike it, but the Desert Warriors are going to have it. So Santa Teresa is going to get the win. Their defense comes up with a huge sack to finish up the game. Had to be out of there with it quickly. You knew the pressure was coming. Santa Teresa has been doing it all night long, and unfortunately for the Tigers, they're going to come up short in this game, 14-7. But, hey, for a team that really didn't move the football well offensively, and the fact that they were able to convert a 4th and long and get it down the field, pretty impressive stuff for the Tigers. And, boy, kudos to Santa Teresa. Their defense is excellent, and their offense really moved the ball well in this Tiger offense. This is going to be a really good team, again, in Class 5A. We knew that they lost a lot of their skill guys. And that'll do it. Clock rolls to zeros, and the Desert Warriors win it. 14-7 is the final score. The Tigers are going to come up short, fall to 1-1 on the season. Both teams played a really good football game, and I think both sides should be really proud of their effort tonight. It was a fun one to watch. 14-7, your final. The Tigers come up short. We'll come back and wrap it up here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Wow, look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
which gotta go.
You can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best Open Market. Best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DettersonMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Tigers come up a little bit short here. The Tigers, marched it down the field there in the last under 3 minutes of the game and had a chance to win the ball game. Just took a sack when they absolutely couldn't, and the Desert Warriors impressively get the win. Close ball game throughout. 7-0 at half. 7-7 late. Desert Warriors scored with about 3 minutes left in the ball game. And that ended up being the decider. For the Tigers, penalties, sacks, certainly a couple of turnovers made a difference for Alamogordo tonight. And, just some stuff that you obviously got to clean up. And, both teams certainly had challenges with the penalties as well throughout the game. I think two good football teams, and the Tigers unfortunately came up on the short end of it. The Santa Teresa defense is for real. Seeing them in person, just so much speed. They tackle very well. There were a couple of plays where Sean Hayes, I thought, had gotten into the open and had safeties that were basically the only person between him and the end zone, and they came up and made nice leg tackles and brought him to the ground. I mean, those were a lot of the big differences to me in this game, is that they made something that's maybe an 8 or a 9 yard gain that could easily turn into a 40 or 50 yard gain. Keep it at that short yardage, and just made it difficult to put together long drives and long plays for Alamogordo. But I think a lot of things to be positive with. The Tigers defense made some big stops throughout the game. Max Merrill, Shane Sargent, Jarman Williams, again, all had really, really good efforts tonight up front for Alamogordo. Just unfortunate for the Tigers that couldn't come up with some of those stops right there at the end. And credit to Matthew Lopez, not Robert. Don't know where it came from. Matthew Lopez and Israel Rodriguez, those two guys were the show tonight for the Santa Teresa offense. They got a couple of their wide receivers into the action a little bit more. But impressive stuff for the Desert Warriors, I think, to come in here and get the win. And for the Tigers, they'll have to try to bounce back. Sean Hayes with the lone touchdown for the Tigers tonight. Certainly didn't get as much on the yardage. Pretty close to 100 yards on the evening. Ryan Viescas threw for just under 100 yards, had the couple picks, made some really nice throws on that last drive. Unfortunately, took another sack. I think Santa Teresa had 5 or 6 sacks on the evening. One of the big differences in the ball game as well. Aaron Sisko made some great catches on that last drive. One at the sideline. The one at the sideline was more impressive to me. He really got in the air and made a great catch. But the fourth down catch was obviously big. And, Tigers will have to regroup, and they're going to play a team that's going to, tonight you had a team that the defense was the strong suit. Most definitely Lovington next week, it's going to be the offense that is strong suit. So the Tiger defense has got to be ready to go against a team that's going to spread it out and is going to try to put up a ton of points. I think they've scored over 50 points in every game they've played this year, or close to it. It's just been an incredible clip that Lovington has played at this year. So that'll be next week, and we'll see what goes down there. Let me see if I've got a score update for you for Tularosa and Eunice. Thule was leading last time that I saw. It was 27-20, and it's 33-20 now. 8:06 to go in the game. That was about 15 minutes ago when that was posted. So looks like Tularosa is going to end that winning streak for Eunice, which had won their last 28 ball games, 2 straight state championships in Class 2A, and the first 3 games of the season they came away with the win. So good stuff there for Tularosa if they can hold on. Goddard 44-12. They're beating Portales So looks like they'll come away with the win. Roswell pulled away from Los Lunas with a 56-33 win. Artesia 55-6. They beat Deming. Didn't quite mercy roll that game. Ruidoso came back and nearly won against Robertson. It was 21-20 the final score. And that's about it. I don't have too many other. Cleveland pulling away from Mayfield 28-10. So that'll be about it there. All right, let's fit in one more quick commercial break. We're going to wrap it up. Again, your final score is Santa Teresa 14, Alamogordo 7 here at Tiger Stadium.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. Tigers fall 14-7 to Santa Teresa. Tigers next on the road against Lovington. We'll make the long road trip out there to eastern New Mexico. You can listen to it here on ESPN Alamogordo as the Tigers take on the Lovington Wildcats. But, the Tigers, I'm sure, will be disappointed with tonight's game. Chance to regroup, though, and get things turned around next week and see if they can go and win what I think will be a very tough game out there at Lovington. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Again, last check out in Tularosa was 33-20. The Wildcats were leading late in the fourth quarter. So they look like they're going to be on their way to a win, but there's still plenty of time left, so we'll see. Eunice is a good football team. I don't know if they can make a 13-point comeback in the last 5 minutes or so of the game, but you never know. We'll post a score update over on the ESPN Alamogordo Facebook page and also on Twitter. You can find it there as well. So long from Tiger Stadium tonight. Again, your final score is Santa Teresa 14, Alamogordo 7. Desert Warriors are 3-0 this season now. The Tigers fall to 1-1. Thanks to our Tiger sports sponsors, Desert Sun Auto Group, First National Bank, Otero Federal Credit Union, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, Vision Ford Lincoln, and the Winner's Circle. The ESPN Alamogordo Tiger Athlete of the Week is brought to you by the Winner's Circle, Vision Ford Lincoln, and ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. And the KNMZ Football Roundtable can be heard every Friday at 11 a.m. with Manny Gonzalez from Charles Garland and Harris Agency, Brandon Burling from Desert Sun Auto Group, Lara Conway from First National Bank, Jake Roberts from Caldwell Banker Sedgwick Nelson, and Timothy Brock from Christ Community Church. That's it from Tiger Stadium, 14-7, Desert Warriors over the Tigers. Good night.
to explain the nuances of baseball to their kid when their kid sees home run or strikeout.
Right.
My